What's up, everybody? Oh, okay, there it goes. Cool. So the theme gets announced in approximately 2 minutes, and I'm waiting for people to show up in the call, the people that I'm working with at Theory. So we should be. Oh, well, there's somebody. Hello?
Oh,
Yo, Costas, what's up?
hey, how's it going? Can you hear yourself in my microphone? Because I'm a scrub.
I cannot hear myself, but I'm streaming live. The live stream for Ludum Dare has started. Oh, now you're. Where are you? Did you freeze?
Messed up
Oh wait, my network bandwidth is low.
with my network.
Oh, Kostas' network bandwidth is low.
Oh no! Do I need to like run to Starbucks or something?
I don't know.
Oh man!
Wait, give me a second. Yo, what's up, guys? How's it going? Stephanie Rodriguez, Zach White, Maria Ibrahim, Cold Damron, Jack Defy, Stephanie Rodriguez, Cool Dude Kinsey. Oh, Cool Dude Kinsey got me a win on mobile this afternoon in Fortnite. That was pretty cool. Chance Hughes, Kakashi Hatake, Zach White, Ninja, Z Clout, Jack Delorme, not Deforme, Mass 420. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. We're going to be doing some game development for the next 3 days. We have to make a game from scratch, and the theme gets announced in 1 minute.
Us.
I'm back. I'm back on the computer audio. I was talking to my stream chat.
Hey, how's your network doing? Is your network fine?
Mine, it just says Kostas' network bandwidth is low.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. So that means we're not under attack. That's good.
If I had if I had low network bandwidth, my YouTube stream probably wouldn't be working.
Um,
I'm running a solid like 5 megabytes a second.
You might want to turn your
That's good.
camera off, Kostas. That could help with your network bandwidth.
nah, I'm cool. Oh man.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can start. Oh, you can see my live stream now through my video.
Hi, peoples.
Yeah.
The interwebs.
Hey man.
Also, there's Unreal 4.21, which I haven't installed yet.
Dude, let's do it.
Whoops.
Let's do it. All right, it's 9 o'clock. Let's find out what the theme is. Who do you think is going to be here tonight?
David said he'd be here in a second. Oh yeah, it's 9 o'clock. Where's the theme?
Yeah, man.
It's
Play
time to
that.
get. Wait, compo ends 1 day, jam ends 2 hours. Or 2 days, not 2 hours. Oh my god.
Dude, I think their website busted.
Oh, theme announcement soon. Check Twitter.
Ah, those punks.
The theme for Ludum Dare 43 is, drum roll please, sacrifices must be made.
I already have ideas.
All right, let's wait for everybody else to get here, and then we can start like spewing out ideas. We can write them down. I'm gonna get a Google Docs up.
Yeah, definitely get a Google Doc stuff. Oh man, dude, my internet stinks.
Oh guys,
Is
it's gonna be hard for me to keep up
Drop
with
your camera.
the stream chat. Just so you all know, because we're in the middle of doing game jam. I'm just streaming this for educational purposes, and I'll answer as many questions as I can.
Oh, hey man, is it family friendly stream?
No, I warned them it's not gonna
Yeah.
be family friendly because we're gonna be on very low sleep.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, in the morning, let's do this.
Kostas, turn off your camera because you sound robotic.
Yeah, turn off your camera. What's up, David?
Boom!
Hey, buddy.
Whoa!
Oh, you're live. You say hi to the stream. Your head's bigger than mine right now on the stream.
Yo, dream. Oh, look, I got some pants. Look at this shirt. Look at this shirt. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I took my first shower in 3 days. I practiced what it'd be like not to shower for 3 days to feel great.
That's awesome.
Oh my god, I can't go 1 day without a shower. Anyway, I brought up a Google Docs. I'm gonna share it with you all. I'm gonna ding the
Can't go
link in the
6
chat.
days without a shower. That's crazy.
Andrew, calm down. You're in college.
I know.
Water.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna post the link on Slack just so people can't see it in the chat on my stream. So
That's fine.
because we don't want everybody from my stream joining the Google Docs.
They're just gonna fill in. It'll be amazing.
Yeah, they're just going to start writing, John.
There's the Google Docs. I posted it in Ludum Dare.
Love it.
La, 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 la,
Have you spoken to the team and let them know what exactly is actually occurring tonight?
Did you see the theme, by the way, David?
I did not. I just came right here. I wasn't on a computer for a few minutes.
The theme tonight is sacrifices must be made.
Whoa.
Yeah, put that up. Just smash that in there.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Sacrifices must be made. Okay, what are some ideas? We got to start tossing ideas out there for what the objective has to be for our game.
You know, what I could do.
Sacrifices.
What I could do is I could share this way, and that way we kind of keep it kind of secret.
Oh yeah, okay, that works.
Yeah, so that way the streams can follow along.
Also, David just oh, never mind. 1 second. I'll say message.
Now, again, we're okay. Oh, Mark made a project for us, but we're okay with Unreal.
Yeah, I'm downloading 4.21 right now.
Okay.
Oh, it's installing now.
Andrew, you want to grab it? Okay, and also there's a new production for us. So, a new Make Theory. Just project.
Oh, nice.
Ludum Dare for you.
Is any of that screen in the air?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Oh, I just hit it anyway.
That's okay. Good call.
Yeah.
What is this Disney thing? Shut up.
Oh, you said it. You said it.
You can't say that, David.
Well, I mean, it's already like
Yeah, they can't fire us anymore because you already finished it.
Hey, let's get out of here.
That's amazing.
The mouse is gonna jack us up.
Yes.
Can't fire us because they've already finished.
They can still sue you for your entire net worth, though.
That's true. And we would be done. All right. Sacrifices must be made. Now, obviously, this is a single-player game, right? So we're not going to go that crazy.
Yeah, we don't necessarily. We can do VR, but we can also explore other options if we have other ideas as well.
Yeah. So what's great about Jam is that we can be as it's want. Because
How's this? We're getting every other word, so maybe say every word twice.
Okay. This is Game Jam. Game Jam.
Okay, that's worse. Okay, just
Game Jam is 2 separate words, not 1 word. Just want to point that out.
Game Jam. Game Jam. All right, hold on. I'm just gonna put this in chat.
Just call in.
Kostas, just call your internet provider and tell them they suck.
Right.
Do that. It'll be great.
Hey, it might go kind of late, so just heads up, the stream might be not safe for life after a little
Oh yeah,
while.
I told people this is not a family-friendly stream because we're going to be really tired and my friends like to curse.
All right. Do you want me to post this? So I've got a list of stuff to talk.
You may want to post it because you're breaking up. So why don't you post it, and then we'll just kind of talk about the idea here, because this is kind of fun. Sacrifices must be made. Let's talk about what happened last jam, which is, what was it, endless levels are better, right? Like a kind of endless repeating kind of thing.
Ding.
Okay.
Oh, sleep. Don't panic. We need an idea immediately. Yes, they're a bad idea. Some dude said this actually helps generate ideas faster. Okay, what? There's no winning. We're doing rapid prototyping, which means quick and dirty. Don't worry about polish early on. If we finish early, that's when we can polish. Yeah. The game can change at any moment. If there are multiple shifts and you're working on something or handling work off somebody else, please talk to them before leaving. This prevents us from having to redo or cut anything. Things will be cut, and that's fine.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I agree with all that. Let's just start tossing ideas out there. What if it's a game where it's in Vegas, the people who hide things under cups and you have to guess the right cup to put things under. But what if you have to sacrifice the right things?
In order to win, you actually have to cut off a part of your person.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh my God.
Yeah, let's go deep.
And we could have blood particles spewing from your nub.
We could throw a little punch bomb reusability in there, right?
I already have blood particle systems.
If it's in VR, then you can actually show the hand, how many fingers you actually have left. and you
Are we really going for this?
David, write this stuff down.
And when you cannot point anymore, you lose. When you have no fingers.
Are we definitely going VR with this?
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, there's an ability to maybe not.
Let's keep talking about it because we have the ability to do both, and we're still early enough where we can choose either or.
So with sacrifices must be made, is it possible that you could like command an army and you just have to keep sending people that you know are going to die to like blow up a wall or to overtake this, but you know they're going to die? That's just kind of their point of them. They're just going to blow up when they get there.
What if we did like a Mayan sacrifice simulator?
I was literally thinking that, but I was like, maybe a bunch of white guys shouldn't really be making that game.
Okay, we can make a white guy sacrifice simulator. we can make a Trump sacrifice simulator.
Don't say the dreaded C word.
Just gonna put that there. Oh god, we're gonna get judged.
If we're gonna make a white person sacrifice simulator, you should basically just have a bunch of women in Uggs and with Starbucks coffees, and you just walk over and take them.
Ooh.
Oh, somebody in the chat had an interesting idea that might generate new ideas. Cool Dude Kenzie says, so it's a story game where the main character has depression and basically he goes through like a phase of killing animals, so he sacrifices himself to an asylum.
Oh my god, that's so sad.
That is deep.
Oh man,
That's dark.
That's like a whole thing.
I just figured I'd read it just because it could generate new ideas.
Yeah, you're right. You never know what'll get sparked.
Trump sacrifice tower.
good.
Okay, well, so there's an idea. I don't know if we can have like a bunch of pet like creatures. You're like a necromancer, and there's a whole bunch of them, and you have to sacrifice your army. Going back, I kind of like the idea. What you were going for, like a casino. Maybe you're like in this super cruel casino, and I don't know. Now I'm thinking dark things. Like, okay, you have to sacrifice your kids. You have to.
Oh my god! I was literally just thinking about that. What if we made a game where you have to sacrifice your kid? And like the whole time it's sitting there like, Daddy?
What if like the whole game is
Don't make it biblical. Who's the guy that's supposed to sacrifice his kid as a test?
I think Abraham.
Oh, speaking of that, David, did you watch that video I sent you about the guys?
Oh no, I didn't finish it. No.
They were making Bible the video game.
Oh my god.
It looked so bad.
What if we do what if it's
what's up, Carter
where
Gibson?
you just like get used to like basically it's a game where you just get to know your kid, and then the end of it's like, all right, kill him. That's the last thing you do.
Wait! Can we be a crazy person who just goes around town sacrificing other people's kids?
We can.
That's a little...
Thunderdome with bears. Did you guys ever see this GIF that I posted?
Yes,
it's a GIF.
It's so good.
No.
Did you ever see this?
I never saw this.
Oh my god! I wish there was like a video and not just them talking about the video.
Oh man, it's like Colin's the video.
There's one game I can't remember what it's called.
Okay, it's loading. Here we go. This is fun.
Oh my god, that's like Gorin with bears.
Oh, yeah. Gorin. That's where is it? Yeah, that's it, dude. That game is fun.
It's up with my internet.
So there's either like your family, you can send your parents, or you could send like the president or something, but then you can't have a government. So maybe it's like a simulator, kind of like Sim City, and like the zombie bears are coming to kill the whole family. That's a lot of ass.
Oh, I got an idea. Okay. What if it's it is a sacrifice simulator, but it's like Papers, Please, and you have to determine which like goat or which animal gets sacrificed, and you have to be like, am I going to sacrifice you or no?
We should open up the stream chat on your monitor too, David, because they're having ideas as well.
Yeah. It's just YouTube, right?
YouTube.com/ChrisFolia.
Oh.
Maybe I'll subscribe.
I can subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Hey, look, it's me. And there's the stream chat.
Okay. I'll do it this way, so that way
you don't have to watch myself multiple times.
Yeah.
Oh, that's deep and sad.
Calm down. But that's a thing. Let's write that down. Deep and sad. Okay, what if There's
I was just talking about
things that are coming from underneath and are devouring your city.
Whoa! Oh! Somebody
You
just
have to,
subscribed.
what's that?
Oh, somebody just subscribed on the stream and it was loud. Keep going.
Okay, yeah. What if you have to? There are worms underneath the city, and like you have to determine. It's almost like Sim City, but it's getting devoured, and you have to like. Do I go through the museum? Do I kill this whole family? Do I kill a civil what? And you just keep digging and digging until you find the worms that we need to kill. All right. So
I like the idea of making a game that has choices. We can make it super short, so it doesn't have to be really complicated. Like you have to sacrifice either this or that, and it affects the outcome. But that could get really complicated really fast to develop in 3 days.
Right. I wonder if we can kind of think about the big punch bomb character where you're like there in this like little arena. So you don't have to reuse assets, but I'm just rethinking like the moment. We're here, and in front of us is this giant monster, and there are things that are really important to us that we need to just like grab and throw. There's like a baby here. There's like a person holding a religious book here, and this monster's coming at you. Oh, maybe it's kind of like reverse to that mode where the little elevator one where you're going through the tunnel, but it's in reverse. You're going away, and this monster is coming at you, and and
you have to throw stuff to sacrifice to him. To
throw people off of this elevator bus thing because it's going too slow, and you have to beat him. So who do you pick, and how does that change life? And I'm going to write down giant killer tomato because that's.
I like the giant monster idea coming. Yeah, just a giant monster that's coming towards you, and you have to appease him.
What about Frankenstein Simulator, where you have to build yourself a Frankenstein?
Oh, like sort of like Sweeney Todd. There's like people in front of you and you have to hack them up.
Yeah, except not as terrible of a movie.
Hey.
Oh my God, Kinsey's ideas are so dark.
They are very dark. He has a lot of dark people on his channel, but that's okay. That is okay.
All right, we've got 25 people watching this.
That is awesome. We're gonna make the best game ever in the next few minutes.
Because that's how games work.
Yeah, I mean, EA.
What about a game that every level you have to figure out how you can sacrifice yourself to
move on to the next higher plane in the afterlife?
Something like that.
Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. How do you move on to the next higher plane? You can't.
So it's essentially an escape room where you have to sacrifice yourself on each level.
You have to activate the traps, essentially.
So kind of like Dante's Divine Comedy kind of thing?
I don't know what that is.
Dante's is where the concept of having multiple levels of hell came from.
Okay. Oh, I know Dante's Inferno.
Yeah.
I thought she said like divine levels of comedy, and I was like, what the hell?
I think it's originally called like a divine comedy or something.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the novel.
Oh, okay.
So deep.
But we would make up our own afterlife levels that would look really silly.
Yeah, but you can like get it based, just like a structure based off of.
Oh, and then at the end it could be a twist ending where you realize you actually went down, you didn't go up.
Oh,
you actually never escaped. I like that. I like everything about that. Okay, so I'm still like in terms of a game mechanic, I'm still in love of you on like a platform bus from hell, trying to escape hell, and there's these people on the bus. The roof has been ripped off the bus, and the bus isn't going fast enough, so you have to appease this monster who's chasing you. So who do you pick? I mean, the downside is you'd have to make a lot of character assets.
And if we're doing VR, we need to design it with seated in mind, because I can't get up and move around a lot while we're developing this.
Yeah, seated. Good point.
Well, we could just make like basically the same character and just duplicate it for everybody else, and just have like a player.
How about a driving game where you get points for picking people up, but like there's something behind you that's getting closer, so you have to figure out who you should pick up and who you shouldn't.
Ooh.
Huh.
Or you're a bus driver and your bus is getting weighed down. You have to figure out who to sacrifice.
It's like the movie Speed. I was just gonna
the game.
God, that's a good movie.
I like that movie a lot.
It's a very underrated movie.
Yeah.
Pop quiz, hotshot.
Uh-oh.
So the tunnel with the monster coming out, we could make like a weird like hell cave. That would be really easy to pull off in 3 days.
So
As long as we can do a giant monster with an animation.
I can animate.
I have to. Okay, so this I actually drove through this.
Because I know how to make endless tunnels. That's what I did for the most recent Punch Bomb mode.
Oh, that looks good.
And me and my wife actually went through this on our vacation in Norway. It's the world's longest tunnel underneath mountains, and I just think it's cool. But maybe this is what you're escaping. You're like, we're escaping hell, and Daniel's going to help us out make music, so we could have kind of like a hellish theme going on. Like, okay, we've escaped, we've made it out of the inferno, and we could go through like the 7 levels of hell or whatever, and we get out of it, and we're back in it, I guess.
I think for the sake of the night, I think it would be beneficial to make an end to this game. I think like Kostas was saying in his message, maybe.
I think. Oh, that's right. I think you're right.
Because it's endless, and we could just make it skill and difficulty like we did with the previous one.
Good call. All right, endless runaway tunnel thing.
Because then we just have to make a really simple game loop, and then just figure out how to difficulty scale it, and maybe add unlockable items or something if we have time.
So PT.
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 What's that? I'm too dumb to know what that means.
It's basically it's a game demo sort of thing. It's basically 2 hallways, and you just walk around it, and then it loops back to the same place, and it's a horror game essentially.
Oh, okay. Actually, let's talk about theme. Is this cartoony? Is this bloody? Is this scary?
We're gonna probably want to go with a simpler art style, like maybe similar to last year, kind of art direction wise. Just because like you did a really good job on those monsters.
Do we want?
I would even be happy to do concept art for you again.
Oh my god. Okay, so we got the speed, we get never escaping. I'm going to check the chat. Maybe it's set in World War II and there's only one room in the bunker and you have to sacrifice one of your children, whichever one affects the rest of your game.
Or maybe like, oh wait, go ahead.
I was just saying, then it becomes like a life simulator and you live with your choices and regret.
Like what if like it's just a big like stone looking tunnel with like fire at the end of it with a monster at the end of it, and you're literally just a spirit escaping from hell or something, and you're like sacrificing everything that you can possibly see on your way to the devil.
Oh man, so it's kind of like breaking out of like a concentration camp.
Yeah,
so
that would be a sub point. That would be a sub point on number 7 because it would be the same game, just a theme for it.
What if you're trying to escape and the vehicle is too heavy and you have to basically throw people or throw stuff out of the bus?
I think that was one of the ideas.
Or you're stuck in an end of this car tunnel and there's a runaway wood chipper and you have to keep throwing kids into it.
Like what if like half of the objects are gas to fuel the vehicle and the other half are people that are weighted with points?
Oh, how fast can you escape hell?
Yeah, and with the most points, and it's like weighted in a certain way. So the more people you have, and the faster you are, the better. But the less people you have, and the faster you are, it's. But if you have all the people and you take forever, it's.
Yeah, you should. Should there be a fail mechanic? Should we fail? Potentially,
I mean, something could be chasing after you.
I just want to play this GIF for everybody. I don't know. I posted it on Slack the other day, and I just love it. Just stick with it. It's hilarious. Okay, I got my bat. Oh, I knocked it down. Oh, okay, knocked that down. Screw it. Okay, that's all I got.
That's me if I get a VR headset.
All right, so I think we're circling around the tunnel idea. We got like a thing that's chasing us. We're either hell or spirit, or maybe we took the wrong ride and we're people. We blood boar. That's a game I made up with blood boar husk. Okay, that's a thing. So we got this tunnel thing where we're trying to escape. And we have to sacrifice people on our bus to escape, but the truth is that we can never actually escape, or whatever the vehicle that we're on. Maybe we're being chased by biblical things or tomatoes. Okay. Do we want to talk about the White Mayan guy sacrifice simulator, which is not really a game? You just drag people and they could just die.
Well, we could figure out how to make it into a game. There could.
Hey, there's a surgeon simulator game.
Okay, so have you all ever played Spelunky? It's a roguelike platformer, but there are these sacrificial tablets, and there are damsels in distress that you can either rescue to get extra health, or you can sacrifice them. And after you sacrifice enough of them, you'll get rewards.
Really?
I like that kind of mechanic.
So like, what if?
Okay, so we have to sacrifice our damsels in distress.
Oh. No, sorry.
So I don't know if sacrifices must be made. Does that have to be like? We might not want to take it too literally. We could be clever about it and make it a pun or something.
Oh, okay, that's a thing.
Like we did an animation jam back in college where the theme was peace, like peace on Earth, and then somebody for their entire animation they just drew 2 peas sitting there on screen and they just go peace. So you can interpret it in a totally different way.
I like that actually. I like that.
I had a thought.
What's that?
Well, actually, someone just brought up something similar, but it was that it originally looks like you're about to go in the game, and it looks like you're getting into the Fortnite bus, and then you realize you got on the wrong bus entirely. It suddenly gets really fucked up and really gruesome.
Oh, Fortnite already gets really fucked up.
And you have to sacrifice the dogs and all the pets in the game.
What about, can we do something like we can go with the hell motif, but you have a weapon and the only way you can feel that weapon is with your blood. And so you have to sacrifice your blood, and eventually you'll die unless you find transfusion packs, or you find you eat some oranges, something like that.
Or eat another person.
Oh, dude, I love that. What was that one game? Akostas, I know he's not here, but he told us about this game where it's like an infinite kind of shooter, and there's all these 8-bit monsters that are chasing you. It's like a first-person thing. You just constantly shoot at them, and that's all it is. You're just...
Serious Sam?
No, it was this was a couple years ago, and it was one person, really low quality, but really fun. Oh, well, anyways, regardless, so you have these monsters coming at you, and maybe you have a gun or fancy shooting device.
Really quick sidebar, could we make it a super soaker of blood?
I'm so down.
That would be awesome.
And demons are allergic to people blood or something, so they just catch on fire.
And you can actually one of the things we can add is you can actually sacrifice your child by sinking the gun into their shoulder and shooting their blood.
Oh yeah, you also have 3 or 4 children that you can use.
What if
you're strapped to your chest like a bandolier?
Your children are your lives.
Sorry, go ahead, Ileana.
What if you're let's say there's an accident inside the tunnel and you're a superhero who's trying to get to the accident to save people, and you have to sacrifice yourself to the villain after you have to make the conscious decision to either sacrifice the people or sacrifice yourself.
I do like I like sort of some of that, but I'm still stuck on Mark Gordon's idea of your blood powers the device and you will eventually die. And and I'm ignoring the...
do you remember BioShock? I think was it BioShock 1 or BioShock Infinite where you inject the powers into you? So I'm picturing the opposite of that, where you have a super soaker and there's an IV going into your wrist that just takes your blood out. That would be so cool for art.
Blood. I'm kind of into it, to tell you the truth. You have to you're on a thing and you're navigating. You use your blood. You have to shoot at this. I'm kind of into it.
And then you can maybe with your other hand you can inject different drugs into your wrist to get different powers for the weapon since it's using your blood.
Yeah. Oh my god. And the only way to stay alive is that there's children running around and you have to walk up to them. And...
Oh my god.
Or you can use them as ammo. Or you can suck out their stem cells a la South Park.
and you can build a Mr. Piggy's pizza.
Oh my god.
And one of the unlockables could be you could get a really, really slow character that's really, really fat, and he's got way more blood than the original character does.
For some reason, I'm thinking of like Fury Road, like this scene, because he's like a body bag or blood bag, whatever they call him.
Did you ever see there was a movie called Daybreakers? It's kind of like it was Sam Neill. It was a bunch of vampires had people that they were just growing and kept in Ziploc bags, and they just kept draining them while they were sleeping.
That is horrifying.
But if we do this, it essentially becomes a wave shooter, which is super, super overdone in VR.
Either that or make it a multiplayer, and so it's just like
we're not doing multiplayer in 3 days.
Multiplayer is too much for this. What if you're riding on? What if you're basically this guy? That's all I got. What if it's just a game, just playing that guitar?
What does that have to do with sacrifice?
I don't know. Maybe you have to that's how you.
Blood comes out instead of the fire.
I guess you sacrificed your relationship with your parents to pursue that rock and roll life.
Yeah, that's the first thing. You like become doctor, become rock star.
That's actually kind of funny because then like you go through stages where like when you're in high school they'll just consider it a phase, so they'll just kind of do whatever, and then like eventually when you get to college you're cut off.
Oh my god! If only we had the time.
Teenage angst the game.
Teenage angst the game. Sacrifice your yourself. I'm partially reading what's going on here. It's crazy. Okay. I do. So you don't like the endless shooter thing? Well, what if? Or I'm sorry, endless wave thing.
I don't want to make a generic wave shooter.
Okay. Even though you like you have blood, you have your health bar. Your health bar is going down, but that's how you kill the enemies to get to like children, and you can either save the child, and the more children you save, you get more points, or you sacrifice them.
Yeah. There's like a needle on the bottom of your gun that you literally bash into the kids' foreheads to steal their blood.
Wait, instead of having a wave shooter, what if you just make it a really, really difficult boss? One boss per level, and that's how you can use the kids, or you can use your own blood. And if you have the kids can just be like, if it's like a hell level, there could just be kids like strapped to the walls.
Oh my god!
You just grab one. It doesn't have to be kids.
I'm happy that you're here right now because you're the real adult in the room.
This got really dark really fast.
Well, humans are horrible, apparently. Oh gosh. I do like the idea of the mechanic though. Like you need to save this thing, but your health bar is going down because you're shooting the things that are the monster that is trying to kill your things that you're trying to save. And you can go up to the thing that you're trying to save, and you can literally save it and get a point, or sacrifice it to get more health to try and save more people. Does that make sense? So basically, you can save the children, or you can sacrifice them to potentially save more children. And the point system is based on how many you didn't save versus how many you did. Sort of like an endless wave, but you have to save people. Anybody? No one?
No, I get what you're saying. I'm trying to figure out how that scoring would work, because the obvious choice would just be to keep killing them and saving every other one. That'd be too easy.
Well, maybe, I don't know how you could do this with programming, but maybe you could spawn like 2 at a time. And one's fatter and gives you more points, but one's skinnier and it gives you something else.
Write stuff down.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
These can help generate and fuel new ideas.
We've
only been going for 30 minutes. Like, we've got plenty of time.
Needle, self-sacrifice, gun device. Yeah, Cards Against Humanity was created for this reason.
Andrew, that's amazing.
Well, wait. What happened?
I'm bad at drawing, but that's all I can do.
The baby bandolier. I mean, that could be something. I think we've already got our first concept art. I wish this was you guys remember like the election a few weeks back on CNN and all that. They would like and they would zoom in with all these shitty motion graphics. They're like, we're calling West Virginia for Chris Boya. I wish we had those kind of graphics for the stream because it would be like we have a first concept art from Andrew.
If only we wanted to put effort into this.
Yeah, effort. All right, Coast says he's going to call in, so I'm going to give him the invites. I'm going to ignore you for a second.
Everyone already does that. Don't worry.
Damn, burn. Bandolier baby.
The baby bandolier.
Baby bandolier. I'm just going to write that down. I'm also bandolier.
Mm-hmm. It's like you know how they have all those like shotgun shells?
Oh, no, I was trying to think of this, the typing.
Oh.
Oh my God! What if? Okay, this is a terrible idea, but it might spawn new ideas. What if you're just like a French person who's trying to say like sacred fish, but it's sacré fish?
Sacré fish.
Oh my God!
Because sacré in French means sacred.
So it's a restaurant simulator, and you have the really rich people who will buy a few things, and you have the really poor people who will buy a lot of things but not pay a lot. You have to sacrifice them to make ingredients for the food for one or the other.
Oh, it's like a Sweeney Todd simulator.
Or why don't we make a dating simulator? And what it is you don't have a condom at night, and when you start
What?
Oh my God!
Nope.
I know.
Put it out there before we get to.
Only if we have realistic jiggle physics.
I know. Dating simulator would be kind of fun in general. Okay, this is horrible, but dating simulator again. We're just gonna say it, and maybe it spawns something. You spawn.
You have a happiness bar, and every time your girlfriend needs something, you sacrifice happiness.
Oh, shit.
I like it.
Relatable. Go on.
Or boyfriend. You can choose at the beginning of the game. We don't want to be sexist.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sacrifice happiness.
Hunter.
Happier.
What?
The game gets darker and grayer and loses saturation. Play.
What is happening? The YouTube chat, it's just evolving.
Yeah, the YouTube chat is pretty horrible.
Yeah, the YouTube chat is pretty much like Tifu's chat at this point, but slower.
I choked on that.
That's not the only thing someone's gonna choke on.
Oh my God, not in this game.
I don't know. It depends where this goes.
I think if we make my idea, we'd all be sacrificing our values to make it.
No, you know what?
Depends on if you have any to begin with.
Wait, why is sperm whale like the first search result for you?
So, okay. I want is like that chart where you see like sperm like going. Yeah, this thing basically. So, look, I'm just gonna entertain the chat. All right, I'm just doing this one for the chat. What if it's a sperm simulator and one baby will have superpowers, but this one will be really smart, but this one will have and you have to choose, and randomly they all die off, so you have to pick the one that you want to become the child. No? Sperm simulator? Anybody?
In VR?
I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there.
You are the sperm, and it's like that Family Guy episode where it's the sperm are like little spaceships.
Oh my God.
I don't know what that has to do with sacrifice, though.
That's true. I don't either. But all right, sperm simulator. Sorry, chat. We tried. It's not happening. I'll write it down though. Whew. Man.
The racing game could be pretty interesting, just because you can definitely do it sitting down.
Which one? What kind of what?
Just like any sort of racing-based game, because it's going to involve you having to sit down.
We gotta be careful of nausea. That's the one thing.
How about a zombie apocalypse escape game where you're being chased by zombies, and as you're driving, people are trying to grab onto your car, and you get heavier and heavier, so you have to kind of knock them off to get away. That's the sacrifice, right?
Well, it kind of comes back to the original idea of a giant tomato chasing you down a tunnel. and you had to knock people off. That is
Or fuel.
Okay, back to the city
whoa.
thing. It could be a classic sacrifice for good harvest kind of game, where you have a certain amount of population. The better your harvest does, the bigger the population gets. But you also have to sacrifice some of the population to get good harvest. So you have to find the right balance.
Oh, what if you are the sacrifice and you have to try to escape? Because like it's like, oh, we randomly chose a person. It's like the beginning of the game is like, you know,
We could make it
town
so
square.
cute graphically. We could
Yeah.
make it so cute. And
Oh, that could be-
these cute little farm people have knives and they're just like coming at you. And you
Yes.
have to shoot them with your blood super soaker.
It
Like-
says sacrifices must be made, but does that mean that the whole game mechanic must be on the sacrifice?
No,
Or
you literally do not
No.
even have to follow the theme. You can do whatever you want. The theme is just
Yeah,
a suggestion.
interpreted theme. I mean, we should interpret it any way we want.
Yeah.
We should eliminate where it's
what
at.
if you're
You-
supposed to be
you-
the sacrifice, like you mentioned, and you're trying to get away from whatever, and then by doing so, you're actually bringing doom to your people?
Right, and then if you lose, what if when you lose, it gives you a win scenario? It's like, oh, congratulations, you made the perfect crop. It shows the crop afterwards.
Oh, we could have like a variety of different crops. Like you made the perfect eggplant.
Yeah, so it's like it's only a matter of time, or you end up killing everybody and it doesn't matter.
Right.
And
I
it's
just
just
like
a
the
survival game.
choice idea. Like,
So it could be like, you know, it could be whatever you want it to be. It could be like a survival game, or it could end up becoming I wonder what kind of crop I'm gonna get.
so here's one thing. I like kind of where you're going. So one thought was the impossible choice. I really like that. So you're a cow. You spawn as a cow. Everything's happy. There's like happy music in the background, and like 10 seconds into it, we don't know when, but a few seconds into it, a farmer spawns, and then a child, and they're hungry, and they're coming at you with like knives and whatever farmers come at you with. And you as a cow, everything's happy, and you're clearly going off to slaughter. Maybe you're on like a machine that slaughters other cows, and you can escape. But if you escape, the farm people die. And
My only thing about that is I'd be worried if just because if it's VR, it would be first person, so you'd be a bipedal human controlling a quadrupedal cow that's looking down from us.
And we want to make it a seated experience if we're going to do VR.
unless we did it from you ever play what was Lucky's Tale?
Oh, I love Lucky's too.
Dude, you can totally be a cow.
I don't know.
Why not?
I don't know how doable Lucky's Tale is. That's actually a big question.
And it's a complicated platform. We don't have time for that in 3 days.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
Beautiful though. All right,
It's a
well,
great game.
cow simulator out the door. Man.
I want to do something. I like the idea of like the blood super soaker and sacrificing your own blood or something, because that's really dark.
Blood super soaker. I do love the idea that you're losing your health bar and you can save things or use them to get you more health. I'm really attracted to that idea a lot. More so than like the endless train runner and you're running away from giant killer whatevers.
Well, that could also tie into the end of this run. Rather than wave shooter, it could be in this tunnel that you're escaping from or something.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so you're in a bus and you can sacrifice people on the bus to keep the monster away.
Yeah, no. Rather than one big monster coming at you, could have to fight demons that are. It could be a wave shooter in this tunnel kind of thing. But again, wave shooter.
Wait,
Nazis in it. That's
Why
a pretty good solution.
why don't we combine all of it? You're in a vehicle, you're escaping the tunnel, there's a giant tomato chasing you, and you can either sacrifice your own blood or you can sacrifice the people in the bus as the blood to shoot this monster to keep it from getting you, and at the end you get more points with more people at the end.
Can you throw children out of the bus?
Like grenades, sure.
Absolutely.
Yes. Perfect.
But you have to twist their head to make sure that they explode when they hit.
Oh my!
Okay.
God, that'd be
Okay.
so good.
If we're gonna do kid sacrifice and be that offensive, we're gonna have to put like swastikas on their foreheads or something to make them at least Nazi babies.
No. That's too far. That's apparently too far.
Oh yeah, we can't do it in Germany then.
Let's just cute and blocky. Like I'm gonna like stylistically, I'm still imagining Farmville.
Yeah. Yeah, same.
Oh my god. Yeah, if we can make it whatever this blood simulator is as cute as possible, that'd be amazing.
I still like the idea.
Oh, but could we have like the rules explanation of the game in like a really cute voice? Like, okay, you gotta fill the blood super soaker now.
We know like the PS.
We need Jill. We need Jill for that.
Oh my god.
She's
Why don't I have my son read it because he's 5 years old and he can read, so we just lay that out.
And then you have children and throw them.
And
My
he
girlfriend's
can
got a
record a voiceover like, "No, don't do that to me."
Oh my god.
Can we do it? Can we do it?
Yeah, we can do whatever we want. We just have to live with the guilt of having made the children's simulator game.
And putting our name. I'm not putting my name on this.
Oh. Coming from theory, the blood children sacrifice. 20 years down the road, someone's gonna be like, "What is this shit?"
Oh my god.
You will never
This
get
sounds
elected for
amazing.
president. None of you will ever get elected for president.
I just want you all to know
It's
this
cool.
one way. Oh god.
Listen, if the current president could get elected, we can all get elected.
Oh my
I was,
Yeah.
I also had this idea that if you want to keep it simple and seated, you can actually just sit there and just kind of spawn random tweets from Trump, and you're sacrificing brain cells. See how long you can last.
Oh, I like
Oh, deep.
Okay, all right. Okay, this is okay. I'm not sure if this is going to sound really offensive or what, but okay, listen to this. What if it's a game where you're driving, right? And it's like you're shooting crazy missiles and stuff, but you're not in a car. You're in an electric wheelchair.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you're an old guy.
Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking fights the world.
You're nice.
Even a big place the world.
You're an old guy or girl, whatever. You're an old person in a wheelchair, and you're going crazy, right? Everything looks normal and happy. You're in a retirement home, but then like the colors like invert or something. Things get dark, and suddenly all the other senior citizens don't look like normal people. They look like maybe monsters, and you have to sacrifice them to get out. And it's a game about dementia. The person you're playing is literally losing their mind.
Oh
You
god,
have to
that's
escape.
sad.
I know.
I
It's,
like it.
horrible. It's getting really horrible.
Wait,
But-
when you
I like
kill
that.
them, can they morph back to their normal state?
Yes. That's the only way to make it really awesome.
This just sounds like that movie that Roddy Piper was in. What should we call it? They Live.
They Live,
Hey, yes.
which is getting a 4K release.
Ooh, I gotta watch that for the first time.
Dude, that 20-minute like fight scene with Carl Withers was amazing.
Yes.
I haven't seen it.
Mm.
It's so good.
It's definitely not a Christmas movie, but it's good.
What if okay, all right. What if we just think of like general like TV shows or like movies that are kind of fun that like what kind of vibe we can pick off of as well?
Well, I was going to go with that, or another thing is just look at a game and think, how do we sacrifice people? So, we looked at Farmville, and how can we work the word sacrifice into there? And maybe I can pull up another thing like Mario Kart.
Ooh, dude, I would love to play Mario Kart right now.
There is a Mario Kart VR in Japan. Did you know that?
I've seen, and that's
There's actually a
where we have to
live
go.
action Mario Kart in Japan as well.
That's
Oh.
also really cool.
Oh man. What if like you're a cult leader and you have to like sacrifice a certain amount of people to like remain in like cult status as opposed to like a religion where you have like too many people, so
Oh, I
it's
love
like, okay,
you,
time to call the
later.
herd
Oh,
or something like that.
I have
don't
an
know.
idea. I have an idea.
Oh my god, you have to to appease the god, you have to force kids to drink the Kool-Aid.
Oh
Why are
man.
we still on kids?
Cuz it's
Chris
I don't
likes
know,
kids,
'cause-
guys. Just remember, Chris likes kids.
oh, screw you.
I mean, Chris is like what? No, not Chris. Kids are what you sacrifice. That's just like the standard.
Like if
currency.
if you
Oh man,
like have you ever heard the statement like you have to
Oh.
sacrifice a virgin?
Okay,
Yeah.
what if you have to sacrifice? What if you are a game publisher and you are sacrificing children
Okay.
for
Well-
as currency?
How about
Bitcoin.
Sounds about right.
Or you're EA and you're sacrificing your morals to add microtransactions to
I
your
mean
game.
That's what I was implying.
Wait,
but if
what
you want to
about-
say it?
You know how like anybody who plays WoW or any other RPG, there's always missions where you have to talk to townsfolk or somebody to get them to join your side or to feel better about themselves. What if there was a simulator where you are the cult leader and you're trying to convince everybody to drink the Kool-Aid?
What if the mechanics function like Plague Inc?
Ooh, I like that, where you convince one person and it starts to spread to other people.
And then you're also modifying how the religion works and how the cult works.
Or if we want to have like a mechanic where you can actually lose the game because you're just trying to convince people, that's kind of a boring mechanic. What if you had to get kids to drink the Kool-Aid but don't get caught by their parents?
Well, here's what I was thinking as well.
Oh man.
You also have to time it right so you get as many people in drinking the Kool-Aid before the IRS busts you.
What? Okay.
The IRS busts everyone.
Yeah, man, it's true.
I like Black and White, like that old whatever his name, Peter Malou or whatever, who made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the shit out of this game, and I just like, you have to raise this beast. Like, this whole village lives to raise this giant creature.
Yeah.
Love it, because then the creatures fight or could destroy their own villages. Like, it is just, I love everything about this game.
So maybe you're a cult leader, and to fight, maybe you have to like sacrifice enough people to get strong enough to fight the demon or something.
Mm-hmm. Sort of like those combining robots,
Like Voltron.
Oh, cool.
Or it could be a two-stage thing. So the first level is collecting, which is the sacrifice. The second level is fighting. And if you don't sacrifice enough, you're gonna lose the fight.
What if you're Voltron, but you're like a gory actual human? So it's like just taking like a person, like a person just folds up into bits, and like they rip it in half, and then their head turns around, and their head's like the bottom of the foot, and it combines.
This is so awesome.
So I think it was Ben. Someone made on this team. Someone made like, maybe it was Zhao, made like a flesh substance designer material that was just like endless flesh with cuts and blood.
I need to.
Wait, wasn't it Invader Zim where there was the episode where the babies all morphed together into the giant?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
What? I do not remember this.
Yeah, they like made a mecha or something.
Yeah,
It was
far
ridiculous.
right top.
All right.
Far right.
Plague of babies.
Huh?
Oh my god.
It was so good.
I actually had another idea for a game. Are we still on babies?
Yeah, as long as we can do this art style, so I don't feel like horrible.
Because how about something in space where, you know, you have a spaceship that's failing systems and you have a crew and you need to get the ship back to Earth. So you're going to have to, like, each crew member is eventually going to have to get sacrificed in some way to make sure that the ship makes it back.
That's amazing. That makes me feel so good. Like,
Wait, could you repeat that?
basically
I'm
going
sorry.
like, we're running out of food. We need to like airlock someone or eat their body or something crazy. Like the Donner Party.
Oh yeah,
Holy
so
crap.
so just
Donner
Let's
various
make the Donner Party.
so various things would go wrong on the spaceship. Like, oh, this pipe broke. The only suitable replacement is human intestine. So you have to like call your captain and you have to like rip it out of him.
That's good.
No,
Dude, it's like the Oregon Trail, but horrifying.
The Oregon Trail? Is that what you're saying? Oregon Trail?
I mean, that is a game, but it's yeah.
No, I was thinking more on the lines of
Let's get you to meet Voltron, by the way. I just want to let you know that.
a meat Voltron.
Meet Voltron.
No, but when, like, say, like, there's a compartment where a system fails and everybody's going to die, but somebody has to go in there.
Oh yeah, like
Go in there and
someone's got to push the cool rods down.
Yeah,
in,
push
like, the reactor or
push the button
something.
and you're gonna die, but you're gonna save everybody else, and everybody at some point dies. It's just
So you Spock it.
you Spock it, yes, or
That's
you Kirk it.
awesome.
Depending on which version you're watching. If you're watching the
Both.
bad version, then it's you know.
I have an idea that's not a full idea for something, but do you guys remember the cartoon Salad Fingers on Newgrounds or whatever?
Oh god.
Oh my god,
He just
I
like
can't believe that.
he just like talks really creepy. We could have. We could. I just want to hear like the text. I just want to hear him say like, "Sacrifices must be made." like super creepy.
This thing is horrible, but I'm so proud of it. This is the greatest thing I've ever drawn.
So you play salad fingers. You have to grab children.
Oh my god.
This sounds like a shitty, what should we call it? What are those things called? Creepypasta.
We could get really dark and say your kid died and you have to bring him back to life using parts from villagers or something.
Alchemy.
Oh my
alchemy,
god,
yeah.
that sounds awesome.
Yeah, so like you have to bring villagers in and you have to like scoop out one guy's eyes. You have to.
Oh my.
Can we call it Frankenstein Jr.?
No, we'd call it Lil Frankie.
I don't know.
Frankie.
I thought Job Simulator, but with people and Frankenstein.
Something as charming as Job Simulator would be difficult to pull off in such a short amount of time. Well,
Didn't they make it in a game jam?
maybe the original concept or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was like the original concept was in a game jam.
Man.
But yeah.
Okay, well, it's an idea. We've got some almost 40 so things written down. I think we should go for a little bit longer, and I like just kind of like let it percolate and maybe pick one.
Yeah, so I want to have a solid idea for a game with a game loop tonight, and then we can start actually working on it tomorrow.
And
that sounds like a good plan.
I'll also I'll run through this maybe. Well, I guess we're in the stream. That's fine. But we have like a sync that's dedicated, and I want to show people how to like ignore folders so you don't upload caches. It's not perfect. It's not as good as Perforce, but it will help us. So we have a sync for us. So there's that. Yeah.
Oh my god, if we do the blood super soaker and you have to pick up like different animals and people and stuff to refill your blood other than using your own, can we have them like raisinized, like turn into shriveled little like they turn into raisins when you take all their blood.
Oh man.
Guys,
Or
I
we could just
finished
have
my
them go-
work of art.
They can just go have you go really,
like-
really pale and like just droopy.
So like would the super soaker have like a thing where you chuck the animal in and then it crushes them like outside of camera? And then
I was thinking the super soaker
cranks
like
out a raisin or something?
it would have like a needle
Like a
on the
shell?
bottom of it, and you hold the thing in one hand and then you shove the needle into the object and it just sucks all the blood out. So whether it's a baby or a kitten or we have to make them really cute things though, or else it's not funny.
You need to make some funny comments. So like, oh crap, I gotta reload. No, you don't. No, you don't gotta reload.
Oh, and we
man.
can make them relate to the person's real life. So it would be like so we can have like dialogue recorded from the character's perspective, like Mr. Meowmers.
Oh man.
I need to make a new layer really quick because that gave me an idea. I really like a Farmville or Job Simulator sort of kind of look to it. Or for some reason, like I imagine, like I'm even thinking like everything should be kind of squarish or very rounded or something. But maybe just like I don't know why, but this is a child for me now, right? It's just this little square thing. And you have to like hold it down and use your blood super soaker at the bottom of it to suck the juice out of this child. Now, maybe it's like a cube, like it's a little cube, and you have to suck the juice out of him, right? So, but what if the child juice cube thing is actually happy that you're doing it to it? Kind of like a Job Simulator.
He's like, did I help you, Daddy?
Oh my god.
Hooray!
Oh my god.
and then once you
That's
drain them,
amazing.
Did I do a good job?
once you suck all the juice out of him and he's a raisin, you just hear a very weak "I love you."
Oh man.
I just realized we are really twisted.
This is so great. We don't have to necessarily make them humans, though, right? For some reason, like it could just be like a little cubey shape, or we could even have other kind of geometric, simple shapes, and then we just like attach like legs and feet to it, and they have like really cute voices, and you have to sacrifice them to defeat monsters.
And they have to have like really big eyes with like specular highlights on them.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
Oh my god. That is I love the cute high pitched voice.
Just sacrificing something really cute. Maybe you're not even a person whose kids they are. Maybe you're like a god, and you're fighting the demons.
Yeah.
And you're sacrificing your children in the sense that you created the civilization.
You can make up the backstory where you're on an alien planet, and the only thing that there's creatures that are attacking you, and the only thing that they are invulnerable to is these creatures' blood. So that's how you fight back.
Yes. They are only invulnerable to your own people's blood or creatures' blood. But what? Shit! I just lost it. As Mark was saying something, something hit me, and I just lost it. So we're gonna just stare at this. You
could also make it so, like, if you have, I don't know if we're going to do a wave shooter or if we're just going to do something survival or just the occasional enemy, but you can pick up one of these things and squeeze it into your own mouth and get like super fast or super powerful for like a limited time.
It hit me now. So like maybe you spawn and you have a whole bunch of these, right? You just have a whole bunch of them, right? But if they all look really happy, and you're a god, so you're from like a high vantage point, right? So that way we're always looking maybe 180 degrees in front of us, and we never need to like turn around. All these like little creatures, they're like living a perfectly wonderful life.
They could even be on a sphere in front of you that represents a planet.
One of them, sort of like Mario Galaxy. And one of them starts to like, maybe one of them gets disease. Like it's random. Like one of them will turn into like a disease thing, and you need to use your blood super soaker device. You need to sacrifice one of them to kill the other one, and you don't know which one. So it's kind of tough because one of these could turn evil. You could either sacrifice all of them and then you have no problems, or you could just let them live a happy life. But once in a while, one of these is going to turn into a demon. Maybe when they contact each other, maybe that's just the mechanic. Maybe these two, as long as they can stay away from each other, everything's good. But the moment they interact with each other, they create a random demon. And so do you let these creatures kill each other, or what do you do?
Or you actually, if you see two of them are like getting close to each other, then you kill one of them so that they're not touching each other anymore.
To keep society alive.
Population control.
Yeah, it's basically population control. And if enough of them get together, they'll form a demon that you have to destroy. Or maybe just random demons just come into this. That's just it. Random demons just appear. So then you have to find a way to destroy them.
Wait, so they're like beta fish and that they don't like to come in contact with each other.
Yeah, and if they do, they either kill each other or morph into a giant monster that could kill even more, and morph into it becomes like the baby thing from Invader Zim. Like they could potentially suck up more and turn into an even bigger and horrible creature. In which case, then you need to sacrifice some of them to take the juice to fight the creature.
I think they should be devoted little servants of yours, and the creature is irrelevant to them. That
okay.
Way.
Devoted servant. Yeah, we can do that. And maybe
the creature is invulnerable, so it will always come back. You just have to figure out the best way, because there have to be at least two creatures for them to reproduce, maybe, and then. So you always have to keep at least two alive, but you also have to be fending off the monster at the same time, so you have to use your resources wisely.
Oh, it is population control. You always need two alive.
That's not a bad idea.
The two have to be always, you need at least two, because then it'll spawn, three or something like that, or it'll spawn another one. Maybe at a certain rate, it'll spawn a creature, right? Boop, boop, boop. So you need to have at least two of them alive, and then, like you said, there's always a horrible monster that comes in. It's just random, and it has nothing to do with the things, and you have to use your super soaker gun to defeat it. But in order to defeat it, you need to sacrifice one of your babies, basically.
And it says really great things like "I love you."
Yes.
You make me feel special.
Oh man!
Can you record your 5-year-old son just saying wonderful, beautiful things about his?
Well, I also have a 3-year-old daughter that can talk as well, and she's got a lisp, and it's really adorable.
That is.
Could it be the reverse? Could we be Satan and God is coming in to kill them or something, and the little kids could be like, "Hail Satan!"
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have my son say that or my daughter. The last thing I need is a note from the kindergarten teacher saying your son is saying "Hail Satan."
Oh man.
What's wrong with that?
Oh.
And you
For
know
some
my,
weird reason, they're
Burns,
drawing
yeah.
pentagrams with skulls.
my response would be,
Nothing
would you
wrong
rather?
with pentagrams.
My response to the teacher would be, at least it's not Hitler.
Until they summon Hitler in class, and they're like, "Well, huh."
Well, I think your response should be like, Mr. Burns, good.
Okay, so potential lines could be like, "I love you. You're my bestest friend."
Like one of those little string dolls that you like pull the back of, and they just.
Let me get one of
oh,
my
like-
kids. I'm gonna try something out. Hold on.
Oh
can,
no!
can we give one of them a cowboy hat and have him say, "There's a snake in my boot"?
Yes.
Oh, no.
I need to kill the share for a second because my Photoshop just died.
Oh,
Oh
no.
man, would we be sued instantly, or would there be like a couple hours?
You know what? Depends on like Chris's time and like how awake he's gonna be. But my plan is to stay up for as many hours as I can tonight to at least model out and create some of these creatures. I think Jill might help do some concept art. So
Yes.
Hey, Micah, can you say you're my best friend?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Do it again.
Aw.
Do it again. Do it again.
Emma, come here. Emma, can you say you're my best friend? Can you say you're my best friend?
You are my best friend.
There you go.
No.
Oh, that's so precious.
This is horrible. But can you have her?
And then you crush it, and it squeezes into the super soaker.
Wait, what are you gonna say,
Oh my
David?
Is this helping, Daddy?
Wait, Micah, please don't do that. What were you gonna say?
Is this helping, Daddy?
Hold on. Emma, come here.
Legacy FN makes an explode. Oh, I appreciate the subscription.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on. Can you say, is this helping, Daddy?
Helping Daddy.
Can you say, is this helping?
Helping Daddy.
Yeah, she doesn't get the first part. Micah, can you say, is this helping, Daddy?
Is this helping Daddy?
They can hear you, Micah. What do you want to say?
We are really terrible people.
This is the best.
Hey, I'm their parent.
Oh no.
Okay, so
All right, I have another
Hold on, I'm trying.
one more idea.
one more. Hit it up.
Meet Voltron with children.
Oh no. So this is children, but with Voltron.
Oh,
So like they just make a Voltron with
you
children.
haven't seen the drawing I put on.
I don't want to know if I want to.
So you have to absorb. You have to
Minecraft.
absorb enough of your children to get big enough to fight the demon.
So basically,
Like Katamari, blood Katamari.
It could be going down down a tunnel for the first level, collecting, and then the second level is fighting the boss.
Dude, are we playing Katamari with children? Like just rolling them up into a ball?
apparently.
Well, you have to like grab them off the edges of the tunnel or something, and just shove them on your different parts
I'm
of your
gonna
body.
have to leave for a little bit just because I have to do a bunch of stuff, including put my kids to bed.
Of course.
All right, good luck, man.
Good luck.
So let me kind of recap some of the ideas. I'll kind of start with my personal favorite at the moment, where you spawn from like a godlike level,
Mhm.
and you have all these wonderful blue children. They're geometric shapes with some kind of liquid inside of them, and you have this gun. And this gun, you need to fill it up with the blood of your children to attack monsters, because the blood of your children is like poisonous to this monster over here. And you need to always have at least 2 children alive so that you can spawn more children, so you can have like a full, nice, big population.
And you can also use your own blood, I think, as well. So you have to choose your health points too.
Oh, okay. So yeah, maybe you have like a health bar of it then.
So basically, we're taking the slime monster from every single fantasy game ever and being like, we're using you for ammo.
No, we're gonna make these
It's
look
Slime
like little
Monster Cannon.
children.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not kidding.
Oh,
I
no.
mean,
we're not kidding.
Oh,
I mean, they could be kids, or they could just be like what we were talking about
Yeah,
with
it's cute little creatures.
cute kind of looking shapes.
no. Oh, no.
But anyways, these,
Baby goats.
Baby goats.
Your kids.
Sorry.
you stab one of them. So I'll just draw another one getting stabbed. You stab one of them with your like device to suck the juice out of them into your gun, and then you use that gun to shoot at monsters that are trying to also destroy your population.
So basically, you're like a vampire that's taking blood from the innocent.
Also, I just dinged a link for maybe some art reference.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yes.
Oh no. Not the corgi.
I love corgis.
Well, in this game, you're rescuing them. In our game, you're
Killing them.
Well,
Actively.
Bring corgis.
So would they be obviously full of blood?
no, we don't want to have to deal with fluid simulation of any sort or faking that.
Yeah.
I mean, we could just do it so they're like saturated colors, and then they get desaturated. Or if we go back to like the cube shape idea, if they were just these like little cubes, I just don't know how we would do this. We'd maybe have to have like 2 animations on top of each.
I was just gonna have it attached to the gun and shrink until it's nothing, maybe.
Oh, okay.
That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah,
You
so
like spaz the birds or something.
yeah.
And
Okay.
we have to have like a really satisfying like squishing noise when you stab them, like
Either that or a slurping noise. That's gonna be gross.
well,
Yeah, at
both
least
both
make it
stab
feel
and
like
slurp.
they're full of blood.
Stab and slurp.
So it'd be
Oh, this sounds gross. Ew.
We'll make it cute so it's not gross. Okay, and so that was I think the idea that's the most fleshed out. But let me read this like giant list of stuff. So we started with a dismemberment game where you lose limbs to win, and that's as far as we got. I think we thought we're like poker simulator, and like you kept losing digits on your finger, and then eventually you lost all of them.
Oh, so like a Russian roulette kind of.
Yeah. Sorry, my neck's a little tweaked out. We had I don't know how this got here, but we have the White Mayan Guy simulator, where we were Mayan God simulator. We just drag people and they get sacrificed, and then someone said, "Well, a bunch of white guys making this, maybe that would be kind of weird." And then somehow we added Trump to it, and I don't know why. So Trump sacrifice simulator. Then we had the biblical kid sacrifice simulator, because apparently in the Bible, Abraham tries to sacrifice the child, and that's as far as that idea went. I don't know what the ship of Theseus is, but someone wrote it, and I just copied it.
I can tell you if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess quick thing is it's the philosophical concept of if you replace every part of a thing, is it the same thing? So like you have a hammer, the head breaks, you replace the head. A few weeks later, the shaft breaks, you replace the shaft. Is it the same hammer or is it a new hammer? What is it? And I thought that was interesting in regards to the concept of sacrifice. Like, say you go out and, again, backtracking a little bit, you go out, you like fight dudes, and like you take their arm and you replace your arm with that or whatever. I don't know, something like that.
I get it. That's kind of interesting. I kind of like that. I like that concept. I've never heard of that, but I like that. Papers, please. Determine which one gets sacrificed. No idea what that was. Giant killer tomato is chasing you down a tunnel, and it's an endless tunnel, and you actually never escape. It's maybe kind of like the movie Speed, but you're in this tunnel. This giant killer demon tomato, we started with tomato, is coming at you. On your bus, there are other people, and you have to throw people from your bus at the tomato to kill the tomato, or maybe appease him so he doesn't kill you guys. But we don't actually know how it ends. I think it just keeps going. And then Illy had the idea, well, what if it's like a spirit escaping hell? And so you're in like...
That was me.
Oh, sorry. That was Chris. So you're like a spirit. Thank you, Anonymous Penguin. So you're like a spirit trying to escape hell. So that was a thing I thought was kind of cool. Then that led to... And then, by the way, anyone can interrupt. I'm just reading these out loud. So then that led to, you have blood, you have to sacrifice yourself to power your weapon to fight an enemy. One initial idea is like maybe you have like a sword and you have to like cut yourself to power the sword, and then you attack enemies with that sword. That was an idea. Super Soaker of blood. Demons are allergic to the people's blood. So that's where the idea of stabbing things and getting their blood came from. And then someone drew this picture, which I'm going to pull up here. Andrew drew this picture of a person with children on him as like a bandolier.
I'm putting that on my portfolio.
So there's that. Children are on you, and you're like a soldier, and you use children like grenades against a monster.
Awesome.
You have to stick an IV into your wrist to take blood out, and so your life is going down, your health bar is going down, and you can stick the IV into other things to suck the life out of them, and you're also trying to kill an endless wave of monsters. Somehow we got onto Life Simulator and saving multiple. I can't remember what happened there. Then we have to save the children with your needle. Okay, yeah, this comes back to the initial idea. So instead of sucking the blood out of yourself, you can suck the blood from children to defeat the evil demons that are coming at you. Then we came back to Baby Bandolier again. And then someone said Sacre Blue, but then it's like Sacre Fish, which led to the Sweeney Todd Simulator, where you have patrons and you have to cut them up to feed the other patrons to keep making money. That led to the Dating Simulator or the Girlfriend Simulator, where you have to sacrifice your own happiness to make them happier. The game gets
so dark. What the heck, guy?
The game gets dark and gray and desaturated as you play, as you get less and less happy.
Oh my god, that's so depressing.
Yeah.
I was reading the chat for some of these, so there was a lot of ideas here. Then the chat kept talking about sperm, so the YouTube chat. So I was like, we looked up how sperm works and sperm simulator, and that's where that idea died. And then we went into the Good Harvest Simulator. I don't know what Good Harvest is, but I'm assuming just like a farm simulator of sorts.
That was one where I think you're the person who gets sacrificed, and you're picked like.
Oh, right.
And then you either run away or get like a really good harvest out of your death.
Yeah, you either die and everybody has a good life, or you try to escape and everyone dies, but then you escape. And what is winning? What is losing? Do you really win? Do you really lose?
It's not even a game. It's just a first person's perspective of getting stabbed.
I think the fun part about it is like either way, it should be treated as a victory, even if you're like, if you get sacrificed, it's like, oh, congratulations, you did a great job. You're sacrificed. Congratulations. But if you survive, it's like, congratulations, you survived.
Sort of like that would be fun if we could do it like Stanley Parable, where like a narrator reads just different things that are occurring. And
a survival horror game with.
But in that case, what would be the fun gameplay loop? Like, I think we want to make something that lasts.
That's true. Yeah, because Stanley Parable kind of ends at a certain point, right? Because
not really. You can play it about 100 times, and it'll be different each time.
He sacrificed himself and became a drumstick. All right. Cow Simulator, escaping, sort of same idea. You have to lose to win. We don't really know where that's going. And then we came back to Blood Super Soaker, where you had to power your Super Soaker of blood by sucking. Again, children. I don't know why. We're horrible humans. I'm sorry. It's the worst side of theory tonight.
But it's less dark when you're the god and they are your children.
That's true. And that's why
I think that made it even better. I think that just made that worse.
And they are your children.
That's why
awesome.
I had one more idea to add to the list, where it's that could add a gameplay loop to being sacrificed. What if you get reincarnated as something else every time?
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Oh, that's fun. I like that.
So you have to sacrifice yourselves to become better.
Like a small open world kind of map.
We want to do stationary.
Here's where we get weird. How about you have multiple bodies, and like you can like cross a bridge by like making a pile of your own bodies, or something insane like that. Just like figuring out a way to like
What was
use
that?
that to your advantage.
What was that game where you had to reverse time? Like you play it through, but then you could like reverse time. It was an indie game, the movie, I think.
Oh, was it Braid?
Braid.
Yeah. So I don't know why I thought about Braid, but wasn't that like you had to do one thing, then you would reverse time and then play the same thing as one was playing, and you do the other thing. Anyways, I like the idea that like you have to sacrifice yourself to cross bridges and defeat enemies. And I don't entirely know how that would work, but I do like that idea somehow.
Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe we can like keep that on the drawing board for later.
Sacrifice yourself to become a bigger, newer creature.
Yeah.
I think that's the idea behind Spore, isn't it? Where it's just like you had to evolve your species over and over again.
I mean, Spore was supposed to be a lot of things.
Except Spore took way too long to develop and was a gigantic disappointment.
I skipped work. I called out sick for a day of work when that came out, and I was so sad.
Aww.
It was supposed to be so amazing. It was like a universe simulator. It's like the guy who created SimCity got a bunch of money, and he was going to make the ultimate game, and they had all these things that were going to happen, and it was going to be the simulation of the universe. And it became like little cute characters, and the only fun mode was the first mode where you were a sperm.
Where you were a sperm.
You were a single cell organism.
Sure, correct. Sorry, I love that whole mode. That was fun. I mean, I digress. Although that is a fun mode if we think about it. Did anyone actually play Spore in here?
I played it.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah, I
so
really
excited.
I was so like
Dude,
that.
the character creator is brilliant.
It really, yeah, that was the best part about that.
Like the fact that works so well is incredible. Like they're automatically rigging and like animating a creature of like almost any design. That's nuts.
I hate to say that making a sports simulator is what we would make, but I really did like that beginning level.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah, actually, this is about sacrifice, to tell you the truth, because he had to eat other things to grow, and with sacrifice.
Yeah, but that's just the food chain. You're not really losing anything of value. There's no sacrifice there.
Yes, you're right.
Also, I drew what the squishy kitty baby would look like. It is in Zoom chat.
This is what it's like to have someone who can actually draw.
This thing with our gun.
Oh man.
It doesn't even need the insides. It could just be like a really nice like blue cube thing.
I don't know. I like the insides.
Because
I would make this right now if you guys want.
Translucency is going to be difficult in game engine, especially especially at 90 frames per second.
Okay.
Sad.
Can you try a version where it's not translucent, but see what you can do with it?
Okay.
Something is cute about this. Oh, couldn't we invert the normals though, Chris?
Oh.
Yeah, you can do that. Probably.
That wouldn't get the effect that you want, though.
I mean, maybe not, but it would kind of be like,
because in that case, the skeleton would be completely opaque.
That's okay.
If it's inside of it,
because I don't think it's cute if it's a bunch of insides and bones and shit.
It is.
Oh, man,
if you're round enough.
If you don't have the face on it, you lose a lot of that.
We'll put the face on the brain. Problem solved.
I mean, it is technically connected to the brain.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just. Oh, that doesn't work. All right, that's what I was thinking, but bad idea. All right, hard pass. Try. I like this, but let's go on. Let's keep reading these out because there are still a lot of amazing ideas here. So, endless tunnel, blood super soaker. You're in a vehicle escaping the giant tomato. That was the same idea. You get points by throwing people. And then we got onto this. I don't know how this happened. The Stephen Hawking fights the world. You're in a wheelchair, and you're combat stuff in a wheelchair, and that's about it. Stephen Hawking fights the world. To appease the god, you have to make your citizens drink Kool-Aid. I think that was a Chris one.
Yeah, I like that one.
Purple Kool-Aid.
I just like the idea of being a cult leader, but you're not crazy, and maybe everybody else is.
I mean, don't most YouTubers want to be cult leaders? Let's be real.
I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah. What are you saying? All right. If you don't sacrifice enough, you don't win. I think that's interesting. Voltron, but with people, which led to the plague of babies. And if we don't know what that is, let's just Google that one more time and look.
Again, meet Voltron.
Meet Voltron, basically.
That was such a good show. Not Voltron, Invader Zim.
Yeah, I was sad.
The new Voltron was pretty good.
I haven't watched it.
But it's not Invader Zim. Anyways,
That's true.
Slime Rancher Tech.
Yeah, because Slime Rancher is kind of the same principle, sort of.
By the way, Invader Zim is coming back.
Yeah.
So how does Slime Rancher work?
Basically, you can suck up slime creatures into your gun.
Yeah.
And you can raise them on your farm.
And a lot of them are like pretty translucent. I mean, I don't know if we have time to do that kind of effects, but
If I could see it, I could like check out and let you know if we can do it.
okay.
It
Like
probably
the
isn't that bad.
physics in that game feel pretty good too, even though they're like absurd because they
Yeah.
just kind of
You know what's
bounce all over the place.
You know what's crazy? That game was made by like 2 people.
What? When I bought that game, I played it for like 2 straight days.
Yes.
Nice.
It's just so cute, though.
Man, I'm kind of.
Oh man.
I want to get VR now.
Slime Rancher. Slime Rancher. I'll write that down.
Maybe our idea is too close to that then.
Maybe.
A little
I
bit.
don't think so.
I was
I
just
don't know.
thinking of it as like a springboard, like
Yeah, because in this case, Tatiana, what do you do in it? You just take care of them? That's it?
yeah, and explore. There's not a lot to like the actual gameplay loop. It's just a lot of like building out your slime ranch and collecting slimes.
Yeah, and then you collect their poop to get money.
You collect their poop for money.
Oh my god.
Like you do.
That sounds amazing, actually.
But it's not as violent as like having a horde of children whose blood you drain for power.
Hey man, you
As
gotta
a
do what you
god.
gotta do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I like how it's power, not just like a thing. It's like power. Yeah.
Yeah. It makes sense to me.
Causality.
suck their soul and then use it to fight demons. I mean, this is a springboard, and we're gonna make it into Quake. All right. So,
I'm okay with that.
Oregon Trail or the Oregon Trail?
Whoa.
The Oregon Trail is already a game.
Yeah.
True. I've had to make like 3 Oregon Trail board games or work on 3 Oregon Trail.
Yeah,
board
I
games.
remember that.
So I know a lot about this.
But the concept of that came out of is like something like the Donner Party but in space, where you have to like sacrifice your crew members in order to make it home. Like say each of them has like their own skill set that's like important for operating the ship. Like say you have to sacrifice the engineer, and then like if the engines break down, you can't repair them as fast or something like that.
He's like human intestines to bridge things.
Yeah, and then you would have to like face challenges like where like say the power core has like something goes wrong there, and you have to go and like push a button or just basically like you sacrifice yourself for the rest of your team to survive the next leg of the trip.
That's deep.
Yeah, man.
That is deep.
Wow, that just brought it down a notch. I think we all need to have some pizza.
No, I'm kind of
Let's go watch
excited.
Apollo 13.
Creatures get turned into raisins. I think Chris came up with that idea.
Yeah, that was just an addition to the sucking the blood out of your children. They just shrivel up.
Hold and shove. Anyone remember that?
What?
Yeah, I don't know. We wrote it, and then we came back to this drawing where we suck up the life of a child and then sacrifice something really cute to fight enemies. They are only invulnerable to your own people's blood, so it's kind of simulating. Who wrote Bethesda Simulator? Sacrifice.
That's ice cold.
76 is so bad.
Country roads, take me home.
West Virginia!
Just play Rust. I'm just gonna say it. Play Rust.
It has less bugs.
That's what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks.
Somebody's talking about that time I got reincarnated as a slime show.
Yeah, it's
And
Oh
very good.
yeah,
I love that show. It's like the
So
only
good.
anime I've watched.
it's cute.
What the hell is this?
It's
Oh my gosh, you haven't
It is
you need to see
amazing.
this. It's great.
I'm not an anime person, so can we boil it down into like a few?
He got reincarnated as a slime.
yeah, the main character gets fatally. I'm just gonna spoil it. Is that rude? I mean, not
It's
like
in the
it's just
first 5
it's in the
minutes.
first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He gets murdered, and he is reincarnated in like an implied game world, and then he just like he's like the lowliest like game in a JRPG, or the lowest creature in a JRPG is really a slime, and he just keeps like gaining powers and becoming like incredibly powerful.
So basically, like you get like a wish list when you die.
I'm afraid to keep going down these images.
Please stop.
Just stop there. You're gonna get into that dark
It's gonna
area
get
where there's
really
no.
rough.
Dude, the internet
Yeah,
is the
it's
best.
already
You should
bad.
keep going.
Oh my
You should
god.
definitely keep
But you
going.
need to see the goblins because they're so cute.
What is my
Yeah.
chat turned
Better than
into?
Goblin Slayer. Oh, okay. I thought he was gonna.
Yay, they know
Yeah,
anime.
yeah.
Yes,
Like
we do
Russian.
know anime.
Animal!
I
Cup
didn't
of
think we
tea.
had an animation. Come on.
Oh no.
Oh, come on, internet.
And he like takes over like the village and like empowers them and gives them names, because if you have a name character in a game, then automatically they become more powerful. They're like elites now. It's surprisingly a really good show.
Wow. It just went down a world. I love it. I'm going to put it in here. Well, actually, Slime Simulator's already. No, wait, no, it's this Slime Rancher. So we'll just say ring.
The MC is a slime.
All right, so meet Voltron, the word creature, reincarnate. Oh, and then we ended with what if you get reincarnated and you become a better new creature each time you get reincarnated?
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Whew. Whew. Chris Folia, you're going to be the guy doing a lot of development and stuff along with.
We need to just pick something. It doesn't matter what we pick, honestly. We just need to pick something and come up with a solid gameplay loop.
Are you is there ones that you don't love versus ones you do love? Because I just figure like programming for 72 hours, not straight.
Okay, I'm in love with
Yeah.
the idea of a blood super soaker. I think that's hilarious.
Do we want it cute and happy, kind of like what Jill's drawing was, or do we want to go like gruesome and bloody?
Absolutely cute.
Okay. Do we want it like red blood, or could it be like multicolored bloods? Or
It could be
Oh yeah, we could do multicolored because then each like type would be different effect.
maybe you have to shoot the different colored demons with the different colored blood.
Yeah.
I say if they all have
Yeah.
red brains, it should be human blood, living blood.
And you can absorb multiple into your gun at the same time, but maybe you have to memorize the order that you put them in there.
Like
Oh
Simon.
man, this is getting complicated.
Oh boy.
I kind of like this. This is not. Oh, do I have internet?
Do you have internet?
I need to take a fun.
Country
Jill, can you screen share drawings? I need to take a few minute break.
Sure.
Cool. I like the Super Soaker Simulator. All in favor of Super Soaker
Look
Simulator?
at the little droplet boy.
Oh yes!
Okay,
I like
Super
that.
Soaker Simulator game it is. That's we're doing.
Boom.
David
Awesome.
overrides everyone.
I'm 100% in.
Country road. Sorry.
And yes, it was me.
Okay, so next task for tonight is going to be taking this idea and evolving it into a solid game loop.
Harder.
And
Holy crap.
This is
I can
adorable.
see you guys now.
Oh shit! I mean, shoot.
Oh, yeah. I'm back in the game.
Woo!
Now.
Dude, I like your weird jelly cube with the brain and the bones.
I know, but no transparency.
We'll see.
We can.
You see? There's a will, there's a way.
If it really works, we'll find a way.
No, we don't have to make them necessarily translucent. We could make them soft using like Fresnel effect for like a velvet kind of texture, maybe.
Yeah.
Think Mario Galaxy
It doesn't
style.
have to be fancy.
Yeah.
Think
Could we
Mario Galaxy 2 style shaders.
Could we possibly get some like squash and stretch on these guys? Because that would be fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
because I
Oh,
don't know.
man.
Okay,
I-
click the JPEG, David. Click the JPEG. Oh, he's not here.
He's
Yeah.
gone.
Do you want me to click it?
He's gone now.
Oh yeah. Click the
click it.
PNG. Like that style shader where it has like the nice rim lighting kind of thing.
Yeah.
We could do that.
Oh yeah, we can do that really easy.
Yeah.
That's,
I know how to do that. I'm saying that's what we should go
Oh,
with.
never mind. Carry on.
I didn't mean that as like a mean thing. Like I know what I'm doing. I meant it more like
No,
let's do it.
Oh shit! I think I did. I come off as like a dick because that.
No, I was afraid I came off like a dick, which
No,
out of
no, you're
context
cool, you're
sounds
cool.
super wrong.
I'm
Gentlemen,
imagining them.
gentlemen, we're all dicks here.
Yeah, that's fine. I live in art world, and in art world, you're just like, I want to do that, and then engineers tell you, no, that's fine.
I'm imagining
What?
all these guys like kind of like sort of like waddling in a row, just like
Yes.
jumping, kind of like the Pikachu's that walk through Japan, like
Yeah.
kind of
Oh,
like
this
that.
guy especially.
But they're like hopping, like boom, boom, bah,
It's gonna be cute.
and then they're just waiting to be killed.
No, they're
Okay,
not waiting
so-
to be killed. When
so-
you cram them into your gun, they're like, "I trusted you."
no, they always say happy things. Like, am I helping, Daddy?
Oh.
Like that, something like.
Oh right.
Oh boy.
Oh, I'm so happy I'm back on the internet.
And it's like, this hurts, but it's okay.
You know what? That actually reminds me that Pikmin actually had a theme song, and their theme song was really dark.
Oh no!
It
Oh,
was
no.
like, I may be dying, but it's okay because I'm helping, and I love you.
What?
And it's just like, why did you ever have this in the song?
Oh yeah, we gotta use some. We gotta send
That's
that.
amazing.
Send that to Dan. It's Dan, right? Who does music?
Daniel? Yeah.
Daniel. Send that to Dan.
Oh, can we get like a spreadsheet that like says who's good at what,
Okay.
so that we can like be like, hey, we need someone to do this.
Is there an Unreal export thing for Substance Painter that we have?
It's really easy to set up the settings for it.
Okay, cool. I can do some light substance stuff after my final tomorrow. And I can also animate and do some quick modeling.
I take it I'm probably going to end up doing most of the game mechanic stuff.
Oh yeah, good luck.
Oh, we're
Sorry.
figuring out roles. I just got back. Sorry.
Oh, well, let's come up with a really solid game loop first.
Oh,
like,
are you making-
what is the actual gameplay like?
Oh, so precious.
So I'm thinking in one of your hands, maybe you can swap hands with it. You have the blood super soaker with the spike on the bottom of it
Mhm.
that you just bash into them to suck them up.
Yes.
What if you had like dual pistols instead? So that way you can just like you can
Because you're gonna have to use one of your
maneuver.
you're gonna have to use one of your hands to grab them. Like this is a stationary game. You're not moving.
Well,
'cause-
I was thinking like if they're going to be coming up anyways, you might as well have it so that you don't need to grab it if you just stab them already, right? If you can just are you gonna shove them into it or are you gonna stab them?
Well,
with
so what's
the
the end
super
goal
soaker?
here? Because it's an end to this game, I think. And it has to get harder
It's adorable.
as time progresses. So what are we thinking for the actual gameplay mechanics?
There should
What are we
be
shooting at with their blood?
So, random monster spawns. You're like, how do you fail and how do you keep going? I think you fail when you don't have enough. When you have like one villager because they can't reproduce to make more.
Yeah, and when you run out of health, because if you don't have villagers,
well,
it uses your own
then
blood.
we're limiting the player to automatically lose no matter what.
Eventually, like you probably will lose, right? So,
Maybe instead of having them lose, we would have them clear it instead, because I think that would keep the player to coming back to the game instead of them being like, oh, I can't beat this thing anyways, so why even bother?
Well, like Tetris is an infinitely difficulty scaled game. People keep going back to that.
mhm.
That's true.
Yeah.
And
the goal would be
mobile games too.
Yeah, the goal would be to go back to it to get a higher score. We just have
Yeah.
to figure out how to balance it right so that you always can get a higher score, make it skill based.
Okay, yeah.
What's our score thing?
Accuracy.
How many monsters we defeat?
Yeah, I mean, like you can kill a monster and then get points for that or whatever.
Or how long you survive?
Well, but if we're limiting their ammo, then they're doomed to fail at a specific
No,
point.
we're not limiting their ammo because
the cubes reproduce when they touch.
They reproduce when there are more than one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a way for it to keep going literally forever.
Yeah.
And then maybe we can either do it endless or we can do it in waves, which I hate the term waves because it's going to be like a wave shooter, but it's a really dimensional
What if there's like two monsters attacking at once and you have to like suck blood out of one to kill one, then suck blood out of the other villagers to kill the other one? Like it could get really hard. We could have like three at once attacking. You got to suck up a lot of villagers' blood to.
So what are the lose conditions? One lose condition is if you run out of your own blood because you use your own blood if you don't have enough kids. The other lose condition is if the monster attacks and destroys your planet, I guess.
What if what if we do change the environment, but we change it by like just like lighting and just simple like texture changes. That way it feels like a different level, but it's really the same place, and we can reuse assets.
Mm-hmm.
So that way it doesn't feel like an endless wave shooter. It feels like you're like maybe we go with the Dante kind of style that we were thinking earlier, where you think you're going up, but turns out you're going deeper into hell. And maybe the cute little things get a little bit more feisty as they go. They go from blue to red.
Get more feisty.
And they have like jagged teeth suddenly, and they're like, "Yeah, kill us! Our suffering is our pleasure."
And anything where we have an ending to it or make multiple levels, that just generates a ton more work.
Yes.
Yeah.
We basically have to just stay in this small space. And
making something that's endless but scales algorithmically rather than through art style changes and stuff is significantly easier to pull off in a short time span.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
like last year, we did the one where the enemies are running across the ice. You have to break the ice, but the villagers are coming back at the same time, so you have to restore the ice so they can make it through. We didn't program each individual level. We just made it scale in difficulty by a certain amount each level. Like, oh, now they come this much faster, and there are this many more. That kind of thing.
Right. Okay, so lose conditions are villagers all killed by monster, not enough villagers to reproduce, and the thing gets harder with more and more monsters getting spawned to kill your villagers. Yes, no, maybe, possibly. And then the mechanic is you have your blood super soaker gun. Does anyone want to draw or design the super soaker with a needle at the end gun?
Dibs.
Sure. Oh, go ahead.
All right, Chris. Well, Chris' concept art is really good, Jill. So
I wasn't gonna do concept art. I was just gonna model it.
Oh,
I can do concept art of it.
Well, I can model
Because
it
I have
too.
medical stuff too.
Medical stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
so Chris, what do you think about Luke, Chris, and Costas especially? Like
That's what I'm having trouble with because the main lose condition would be if you run out of blood because you run out of little creatures.
Mm-hmm. Maybe the creatures are your health. That's simply it. Your health bars determine
right.
what creatures you have.
That's kind of cool too.
I still think that the whole point of the game is to see how long you last.
Right.
So is it going to be like one rifle, or is it going to be like
probably?
And how do we make it harder, but also make it so that it's skill based to where? Because eventually it'll just get so fast that nobody can do it.
I was thinking like because if it gets to that point where it has to be if there's more things coming at you, maybe dual pistols would be better because that way you can you just plunge the needle into it from the barrel end, and it soaks up the villager. You pull it out and you shoot.
So can I draw for a second?
Sure.
Share your screen or draw on
Yeah.
top?
No, I was gonna share my screen. I need to open Photoshop though.
Health bar determined by amount of creatures? Question mark.
Yeah, that would actually be kind of cool. Like, because it might be a visual representation that's not necessarily a bar. It's just the amount of dudes on screen. I think that's kind of cool.
All right, so give me a second.
Now, is the monster? Oh, that's a pretty cool effect. Is the monster going to be eating these things too, making your health bar go down?
Yeah, I think. I'm gonna say yes.
Oh, where would they physically be? Like, because if
doesn't the monster also make more of itself when it eats one of the dudes?
So
how is this level going to be?
Yeah, I was picturing the level design, which is hard to stay in front of my mic while I'm over here drawing. This is weird.
Okay. Just don't worry, no one cares.
So
I think the monster should be George, by the way.
So I was thinking that maybe like you're up here with your hands and your blood super soaker, which it's a blood super soaker. And then maybe like you have a planet because you're a god, you're an entity. So the planet's small, and you have like the little creatures bouncing around on it, kind of like a Mario Galaxy thing. And then the demons come to attack your planet, maybe.
Okay. I thought it was like a village thing still for some reason.
That's what I thought. I thought it was just gonna be like a.
No, this was just what I was picturing. We're open to figuring.
Yeah,
this
we're
out.
discussing. We're just throwing ideas out there.
Then I was thinking a fun mechanic. I don't know. This sounds fun to me, at least. Is literally like coming in and picking one up and then slamming it with the other hand to suck the blood up.
Oh my god!
Like you slam the spike into its head, and that's like when you pick it up. That's when it says something nice, like "I love you, Daddy."
Oh, so it's like in BioShock when you're trying to get the atom from the little sisters.
Yeah.
Oh,
like harvesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you literally pick them up. That's when they say something. That's when there would be
say something cute like "You have chosen me."
Yeah, and then you stab them.
Thank you, Lord.
When you stab them,
I knew my faith would pay off.
When you stab them, they could be like, "It hurts so good."
Oh, Lord.
No.
I will finally be loved.
So I do love the spherical Mario Galaxy kind of thing. Nice. Oh, I like that. Never mind. It was cool when you went.
This.
Whoa. All right, Jill, share, or we're gonna go into the Matrix, and we're all like the entire internet will go down. Okay.
Okay,
I'm gonna draw some stuff as well on top.
Do it. So I love I'm gonna say Mario Galaxy because I instantly picture like the spherical level with creatures on it. 'Cause Mario Galaxy wise, I love that a lot. How doable is that? Is the question from a getting it done standpoint.
Seems doable.
Okay, it's like you can spawn the creatures and they can always be I wouldn't imagine we'd have a walk cycle. It would just be like a bounce cycle or something. But
we could literally have an animation. So we could set their root, the root of the creature to the center of the circle and just animate them based on that for simplicity's sake.
I've got an idea.
And then when you grab it, just delete that object and spawn a new one in your hand that's centered to your hand.
Okay, I like the ideas. I just want to start to think about practicality. Is all I'm saying. Cool. Do we love the spherical idea? Any opposing the spherical idea?
Completely open to different ideas too. Like the farm wasn't a bad idea either.
Hold on, I got
quick question about the spherical idea. Mainly because I can't see anything. How do you? Would we be hovering over the sphere and like you can like pan around it or something?
Maybe.
Oh, could you grab the spear and find other villagers?
Yeah, I literally have no idea what's going on, but that sounds pretty cool to me.
I didn't really think about that.
So you drew the picture right where it's a spear and such, but the question is, could you grab the planet and rotate it around to find other villagers or whatever, or would it just be a stationary round spear in front of you always?
Grabbing it and rotating around could be like a stretch goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it could be a big sphere. It doesn't have to be small in front of you. It could be big in front of you so you can't see the whole thing at once.
Okay. Cool.
So this is just a little detail, but if this is supposed to be sitting, like we're supposed to be sitting, we can just kind of have like a Thanos throne that we're sitting in, and that's why. And then we're just doing all this.
That would be great.
Okay, I'm gonna draw on the screen real quick.
Okay.
So I was thinking this might sound a little dumb. It might be too
There's
complex.
no such thing as dumb idea.
So basically, there's these 5 like towers, and there's monsters coming in from. Oh, okay, that's gone. Bad. Okay. Oh, now it's back. Okay. And you can bounce from each tower, and you have a certain amount of slime, if the towers fall, you lose the slime and they gain powers. The monsters gain powers. So you have them coming in from all sides.
Are you thinking sort of like MOBA-like, where there's monsters constantly being spawned to attack?
Right, but it is first person, and you can kind of easy switch, maybe like just a 1, 2, 3, 4 sort of system, like on a D-pad.
Let's think about the mechanic of monster from a tower constantly spawning coming at you. Let's start with just the really basic unit there. What do we think about that? There's a tower, monsters are always coming from it. Maybe another tower will spawn on our planet, causing even more monsters, and we have to, of course, keep defending our villagers and sacrificing them.
So what would the camera perspective feel like if there's a giant sphere in front of you? How are we going to see the monsters easily?
That's where like rotating the spear could be a thing, but that could get really tricky.
And are the monsters going to be god size, or are they going to be small size?
I think if the spear, let's just pretend that this is not a VR game for just a second, just for the sake of having a thing here. And you have your gun or whatever. You can grab it. I don't know how. Don't ask me yet. Maybe the tower monsters could be big, and your guys are. Does that make sense? Like monsters.
So the monsters would literally be on the planet.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Everything.
Tough. That would be tough.
I was thinking like it'd just be like simple, like I thought it would be like just like a village that's like in a certain area. Oh, and all the writing disappeared again. Okay.
Oh, shoot, somebody subscribed. I appreciate it.
Oh,
Runeberg, I appreciate
it's like you're defending. I think from what you guys say, villagers. I keep thinking it's a village. So like I was thinking, village in the middle where all the people live, and there's all the good, villagers they can eat, and there's like just 4 command posts that you can just hop between, that you're defending from, with just D-pad, and just switches perspective essentially. And they each have their own certain amount of stockpiled ammo, and if the tower falls, the ammo is given to the, I'm just going to call it a Tarrasque. It's given to the Tarrasque, and the Tarrasque suddenly has a ton of ammo and is powerful.
Yeah, but there's no cute creatures I can grab and sacrifice, and I want to be able to grab them and suck them.
Oh yeah, no, they'd be like coming up. Like, I was thinking like you'd be sitting up in the tower right here with your gun and stuff, and they'd be hopping up like, oh hey, and they got a line going like, we love you, don't hurt us, but you just grab them anyways and you chuck them into there and you fire them. Wow.
So maybe it's not a planet spherically. Maybe to make it easy, it's a floating mass of land.
That's what I'm drawing right here, kind of bouncing off of Andrew's idea. It's just like a flat floating kind of thing in front of us.
And then as they reproduce, maybe now you have to manage multiple flats of land and you teleport between them.
I do like the teleporting thing. I'm just really hesitant because I don't know how much time you've got.
Yeah, we would get get gameplay loop established, then add features if we have time.
Jill, the only downside is I need a giant thing to suck the life out of a creature for back.
Jill, spike on the bottom of the handle.
Oh, the bottom of the handle.
Yeah, so like you take it, stab it like I don't know if you see my stream, but stab it like this sort of motion.
Okay.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
Because
Yeah,
I was
because
thinking,
this is where you could see like visually how much you have left,
Ghost says get
and it's
internet.
connected to the.
Yep, I got internet again.
Go get in Zoom.
because I was thinking earlier, like you just stab it in with the barrel, and then just pull it out.
So a lot of fun from VR comes from actual physical interactivity. So I think I really want to grab these things and stab them.
Yeah, grab.
Yeah, I agree with Chris on this.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point.
Because when you grab them, that's also when the audio cue would happen, and we could attach the sound cue to the thing. So if you move it around, you have spatial audio of his voice, and you can just jiggle around. Maybe he has multiple lines.
Okay, yeah, that's not. I keep forgetting about VR sometimes. I'm like, oh yeah, that does sound a lot more fun. Just to grab them and just hold them and caress them for a minute, and then jam it into a knife.
Oh boy.
So
Yeah. Also, just to save on functionality, like when you grab something and you stab it, you can use the trigger function twice. So you can use the trigger function to cause the sucking motion into the gun.
I think once you stab it, it's already getting sucked in.
Okay.
Just for simplicity's sake.
Okay.
The game like really like stuff like that will come from playtesting. We need like the actual game loop.
So
Yeah.
I have drawn at the bottom right, like the soaker on the left. It doesn't matter. We'll talk about hands later. Soaker on the left, grabbing creatures with your right hand. Creatures spawn off screen and walk towards you on this sort of giant mass, and then you have your little blue villagers with their little blue homes. And that's pretty much it.
I was thinking maybe the demons would be flying in from a separate landmass or from different
Or the sky.
So maybe like from 180 degrees. So can I draw again?
Sure.
With my beautiful drawing skills.
Was are the different shapes or colors of the villagers going to change what comes out of the gun?
Okay, so yes, yeah, I think so. If we do different colors, that would be the goal. You'd have to shoot different demons with different colored slimes. So I'm picturing like you're still here with your hands because you're a god.
Hey, can you hear me?
And then there's like this giant like land mass. So picture like Avatar floating island kind of thing, but flat on top.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where your little happy slimes reside, which I can't really draw from this angle.
This is way different than I expected.
Well, this is different from what was originally pitched.
Oh, okay, cool.
Could we make it that these creatures are really small and that you can actually like pull yourself in to kind of get closer?
Ooh,
that sounds.
Being able to scale in and out.
It's up to you, Chris. That's a time.
That could be a time sink. But we'll figure out small details like that through playtesting. It's just we just need like a core gameplay loop of what you're actually doing, and I think it's grabbing creatures, making sure you manage them so you have enough of them. Maybe meanwhile you also have to feed them.
Oh man, this is getting intense.
I don't know.
I just thought of something funny. What if, just because I was looking at different water gun designs for inspiration, what if you just stuffed them into the gun? Like you don't even need the injection mechanic, you just stuff them into the gun.
Maybe there are just these giant swirling portals around within like a 180-degree view of your island where the demons spawn from.
Ooh, yeah,
that's pretty good.
Be cool.
So you're literally like in an alternate universe kind of hellscape.
But
it's cute.
Sorry.
I just have a question. Okay, so is is this going to be more like your a management, like a kind of simulator?
No,
because this is what. So you will be still using the gun in this mechanic.
What's that? Yeah, there's no management of resources. You just have to make sure your populations, you have enough of them so you don't lose, and then to defeat monsters that spawn.
And then you're just sniping them from like your moon.
I wouldn't say snipe. I think it's a little bit more like Quake mechanics of like just unloading on these things.
Yeah, so grab the little cube guys. They say something cute. You stab them to keep the blood, and then monsters come out of the portals. Or maybe the portals aren't even there. Maybe portals like warp in and out, and that's the animation for the monsters coming in.
So here's an interesting idea and I don't know if this is possible with the game engine, but when you kill one of the monsters, it turns into an aphrodisiac. You throw it at the little creatures, and they actually spawn more quicker.
Oh,
yeah. I had a similar thing. What if you get monster parts when you kill them, and you can use those for different upgrades?
Oh,
I like the aphrodisiac thing.
Yeah, the aphrodisiac thing I think is great.
He's a simple and really fast.
Yeah.
So like you just throw like whatever you pick up from the creature, you throw it, and you just see a bunch of little hearts appear, and then like they just start popping up more.
Oh, that's funny.
I just got a question. Like, so, if we're gonna be far away, so we're not in the danger at all. It's just them in the danger.
Right.
So we don't ever have the monsters coming at us. So we don't really have a perspective of how big they are, right?
I don't follow.
I'm just saying, like, I think from like a perspective, because this is gonna be obviously first person. it might get more out of it by the god. The god less of being a god and more of being someone on the ground with them.
That's
using
true.
them.
Maybe you're a shepherd of these things.
Also,
You're a fighter.
It's a transforming staff shepherd hook thing and turns into a gun.
so you're actually from this perspective. Save this drawing really quick, Chris, and do a new one. Let's try from the perspective of being right there on the ground.
Yeah, because that's what I've been going off of for the past like 10 minutes.
Okay, so now you have these things, which they would be big enough to pick up, but small enough to pick up, but big enough to where you can actually see their cute little things. You could still be a god, I guess, but because I like that storyline, but
Yeah. Just try an idea. That's all.
yeah. So you would see
teleporting. That could be the teleporting thing.
you would see the horizon, I guess, of your landmass, but mostly just these cute little creatures and the demons warping in the sky and coming towards you.
Could you?
Oh, I have to make demons. I just realized that.
Yes.
Could you? What was I gonna say? Since from the god perspective, the demons are coming in, invading your territory, and you have to fend them off. But if we're gonna be far away, if we're gonna explore that approach, you could actually just wherever you're looking, there would be a little cursor, and then when you hold out your hand, you actually just kind of telekinetically grab one of the creatures, and like they just basically fly into your hand from the distance.
That's also really good.
So maybe the monsters aren't attacking your little creatures. Maybe they are attacking you, or maybe they're attacking both, and there are two varieties of monsters. Because I think it would be cooler to have the monsters coming at you. It gives you an impending sense of danger, which makes you want to sacrifice your little children.
The monsters are picking up the little creatures and throwing them at you.
No.
Oh no.
Mark,
And you can catch one if you're quick enough. You can like catch one and use it to fill your gun. But if you don't catch it fast enough, it hits you and damages you.
Oh boy.
Or they
I love Robo Recall.
They could just be picking up and taking your children.
But you're using your children as fuel, like
Yeah.
ammo,
So you're trying to keep them alive by sacrificing the correct amount. But meanwhile, they're ruining your herd amount because you're sacrificing to fight the demons. The demons are taking your children.
So it's all about balance. We are Thanos.
A little bit.
Perfect.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Thanks, Thanos.
Thanos did nothing wrong.
Thanos car. Oh, there's also a Thanos. By the way, there is apparently now a dinosaur named after Thanos.
Good.
Oh no.
So maybe the creatures are taking the little guys. Because I was thinking, how are the creatures attacking? Maybe they're just taking them back into their portals.
Mm-hmm.
And if you run out of creatures, you lose.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So
go ahead.
the main
Instead of what I was gonna say, instead of making since we have a lot of assets that we're gonna have to be working on, instead of making creatures, why don't we have the portals open and you're shooting the portals, but if you don't get it closed in time, a hand comes out and grabs a handful of the creatures.
Oh.
So that's like multiplayer?
I think that would be harder.
No, not multiplayer. It's just things are coming at your creatures, and so instead of having to model the whole creature, you just have to model the creature's hand.
From a programming perspective, having a hand reach out and grab something from a portal would be very difficult.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Okie dokie.
I'm not trying to shut ideas down or anything. I'm just trying to explain.
Oh no!
what's
We need to get
difficult
this
and
done in
what's
72 hours, so that's fine.
Yeah.
easy. And if we keep it cartoony and cute, the demons don't have to be super complicated or anything.
Do that. Okay. So I feel like there's a couple. We got to make like a decision here. The first one is: are we on the ground or are we from a god's point of view? Feelings, thoughts? Anybody? Open floor.
I like the god's point of view.
God's point of view with the force grab. I like the force grab idea.
God's point of view, rather.
I like the on the ground point of view.
Villager. Okay.
Oh, Kate MS just subscribed. Thanks, Kate.
Oh.
Yeah, I like the. I like the ground point of view better.
All right, let's hear some pros and cons. Let's hear some pros and cons. Let's talk about the ground. Why the ground? Defender
Okay.
ground. Hit me.
Yeah. So the reason this is for the game with the syringe gun.
Yeah, that's what we chose.
I just feel like it's more connected to the world if you're down there.
Also, we get a better sense of scale for the demons if we do it from the ground scale, and scale is really important in VR.
Yep. Because like if you're from like way up above, like it
And
doesn't
there's no
really
sense of
concern
danger.
you. Yeah.
Okay, sense of scale on the ground. Are there any hard things about doing it on the ground from a programming perspective?
It would be easier.
Easier, okay.
That's not really selling your case.
That's okay. Let's talk about the God point of view. What if we were from a God point of view? What are some good things about that?
I think we should do ground perspective.
Okay, well, you are programming.
Chris, when you make the project, can you make it a C++ project?
Yeah, always.
Sweet.
We'll talk about before Chris and Kostas leave. I want to show and everybody really. We have a project. I've added almost everybody. If I haven't added you, let me know. But we've got a make theory project for it, and I'll do the technicals later. We'll stay on this for now, but I'll technicalize everybody.
Yeah.
There's a way to eliminate so we don't post our stuff that we don't need to post. Things like cache data. I don't want anyone uploading that, but I'll show all of you later.
Nice.
Okay, so ground point of view. Oh, who was screen sharing? That was kind of fun.
Oh, I was screen sharing.
Yeah. Somebody screen
Oh,
sharing.
I'll go back to it. That's fine.
Which is cool. It's just like it gives something visual. If not, we just look at Juan Pablo's beautiful.
Very true.
Man.
Beautiful.
Okay. So we're on the ground. We force pull creatures to us and sacrifice them.
We don't have to force pull them if we're on the ground. They can be hopping around us, like rubbing up against us, like they love us, like little pets.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Or they could be marching around you.
We will defend Dad. We will defend Dad.
Aww.
So let's see. You're standing here. This is going to be a 180-degree experience and it can still be seated. Like maybe you're on your throne still, and you just reach down and grab them.
Yeah. You're the king of this people, and you're just like, I will protect them by sitting here on my throne.
Can you be on a pyramid?
Let's make it flat. Keep it flat. Or slightly curved ground.
Keep it flat.
Yeah. Just for
flat. We'll add some like cartoony grass in the distance and stuff, and then we'll have like a space starry background with portals coming in for the monsters.
I wish we actually did have a Kate in here for like assignmenting and note taking what we need. Okay,
so we're here. The little cubes are close enough for us to grab.
Yep. Friendly pets.
I might even. I don't know. I don't know if I want them to be on the ground where you have to reach down because my sensors aren't going to be able to see that from a display standpoint.
Is it possible from a programming standpoint that if they're too far away from you and you're not moving, you can just hold out your hand and they'll run over to you and you can just pick them up?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could figure that out. I don't know. Within the 72 hours, it's questionable, but if we expand the project further, definitely.
I mean, that shouldn't be so bad. It's just like if then on like a constraint with the distance.
Yeah, you could just add like raycasting to the hand if you press a certain button or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's doable.
Yeah.
All right. Cute, friendly pets.
Everybody say hi to Kate.
Hey.
Hi, Kate.
Hey. Okay.
Dude, I was watching the YouTube.
Were you like, oh no, these guys are the worst?
Yes.
Well,
She was judging completely.
Yeah, so then we have portals that spawn and the demon comes out, tries to grab one of your things and goes back. And the only thing that can kill demons is the blood of your children, so you have to sacrifice them into your blood super soaker.
Love it.
We're going to have to come up with much more family-friendly, kid-friendly language for this, but...
On it.
Are we using
Defense
my kids for voiceovers?
Yes.
Yes.
Yay.
I can also maybe get my niece and nephew who can't even speak yet just to make baby noises. Like,
Oh yes.
Oh man,
That'd be so cute.
But I liked Mark's daughter. She was like, "Am I doing good, Daddy?"
Oh, that was cute.
That's awesome.
That was so adorable.
Okay, so the mechanics are is that this creature spawns and we have to shoot them back. So that we're not doing an arm. Like, does this creature literally come here, and it's like a thing that we need to attack, right? And that's it. It like, does it walk towards us, or does it just like appear here?
I think it would fly in.
Okay.
It would have wings. So I'm picturing like a winged kind of beast with talons to pick up the little creatures.
Okay.
To make it, well, to make it easier to complete in 72 hours, instead of making it an organic creature, could we make it like some kind of spacecraft that you can still shoot with the blood and it's like acid to the metal?
Yeah,
I'm not worried about any of this. This is pretty simple so far, especially if we keep a simple art style like we were planning.
Yeah. It should not be that bad.
And we only have to make 1 or 2 monster designs really, and then just change their colors.
Yeah. It can also be like super janky, and it'll be completely fine.
I still think we should use George.
No, I'm not digging that guy out. I love George, but not today. Today's not. Art direction. Can the creatures be hot colors and your friendly things be cool colors?
That was the plan.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and like the blood cools off the monsters.
Oh, so it makes them nice again. Because they're angry.
Then they explode from niceness, and you get to use the monster parts as the aphrodisiac.
Okay.
Yeah, and they explode in confetti.
Attack and explode into confetti. Confetti yields new monster parts for you.
And then we have to make it. We can't just have a set amount that the monster makes them reproduce. We have to add a skill-based mechanic to that because people need to be able to do better or worse at this game. There's no skill base to it if it's just pick up a creature, stab it, shoot the monsters.
Oh, could you chuck the creature at its buddy to have it reproduce?
I guess yeah. Oh, maybe.
You have to rub them together?
Oh my god. We've stumbled upon it. The greatest.
Maybe you have a limited amount of time to use the monster parts when they fall.
Ooh.
Like they go bad. They go bad.
Actually, what if the monster part, you get 1 monster part for every monster that you kill, and the monster part is what you stick on the end of the super soaker, and you spray the creatures with the monster juice, and that's what gets them all like.
Alright, so then eventually the monsters would start to overwhelm you, and your time management is gonna be.
Time management. And overwhelming.
That in the skill of you actually have to hit the creatures with the monster blood in order to get them to reproduce. If you miss, then you're gonna have less next time.
Yeah, you're gonna have to aim well. That's true.
Dumb, and I love it.
Aim.
Maybe it's a juggling items thing where you have to drop the gun and you have to pick up 2 creatures and rub them together with the monster part.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, rub these creatures on your part.
Yeah, so it'll be a maybe it's a managing items thing. So you have to manage whether you're holding the gun or creatures or what.
The managing sounds cool, but it sounds like we need even more thought into how to develop that.
We only need a very small amount of mechanics for the first run of this. Like the entire gameplay loop would be. Okay, so you have to spend time shooting the monsters, but you also have to spend time reproducing your creatures by rubbing them together.
Yeah.
And how do you reproduce creatures again? You rub them 2 together?
You pick 2 up and you rub them together and your controllers vibrate.
Yeah, you like drop your gun to the ground or something. Or like you put it on your holster or something. And then you pick up the creatures and rub them.
Instead of rubbing them together, would it be easier to just pick them up and throw them at each other? Like just pick one up and throw it at the other, and they when the other one hits, just a third one will pop out when they bounce off each other.
That's awesome.
We'll figure it out. What the actual motion is.
So we are responsible for creating more creatures. Is the point?
Yes.
Yes.
They can't just naturally rub each other and make more.
Right. That would. Yeah. I think us having to manage 2 tasks and figure out the time in between. I think that's going to be useful. That'll be the skill based part of it.
Yeah. And then
let me check the YouTube chat too. I haven't looked there in a while.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Who? Yeah. Also, like, if we can get Zaz into the game as fast as possible, like that will definitely get
What is
fun.
Oh.
Like screen shake, muzzle flashes, explosions, things like that. Like
we have a giant library of particle effects that me and Jill Blue purchased for other projects that are fully usable and everything.
Dude,
we
let's
have
just put
credit
these in.
for them for Ludum Dare, which is totally fine. But yeah, we have, and they're very cartoony too. So major bananas there.
That's awesome.
They're PNGs though. They're PNG sequences. They're not a PNG sprite sheet. So I don't know what Unreal needs. If you need a sequence or if you need a sprite sheet.
Sprite sheet, but I have a sprite sheet generator.
Yeah.
If I gave you an image sequence, you could do something.
Yeah, I could turn it into a sprite sheet or find the plugin that can do it.
Yeah.
I could probably do it for you if it's an After Effects thing, so you can spend more time on design.
Yeah, I just have a plugin that I bought. I need to remember where I put it. I don't think I have it installed on the most recent version of After Effects. But if I find that plugin, it's super easy. You just put the PNG sequence in, and it automatically creates a sprite sheet for you.
There's this one too. I'm gonna ding it in Zoom. This one.
I know there's one in Blender that we do, so I'll look it up. But we'll have one of us tackle that.
The technicals of how we're doing stuff is irrelevant right now. Let's just figure out what we're doing.
Yeah, ding, that problem is solved.
Done.
Cool.
Now, so let me just kind of repeat it just to keep this clear. You spawn at the ground. You're like a shepherd. You have a whole bunch of bouncing blue creatures that are really happy. In the background is a starry night, and suddenly a portal appears with a winged creature. This winged creature is going to fly in and steal your little guys and go right back into the portal. Thus, you lose more health, or you lose creatures. I'll just call it a health bar. You lose health because you have less creatures. You, as the shepherd / Thanos god, have to take your super soaker, jam it into one of your creatures, suck the blood out of it. It happily thanks you for its sacrifice. You shoot at the flying demon. The demon gets annoyed and flies back into.
No, the demon bursts.
Oh, the demon bursts. Sorry,
and you get monster parts.
You get monster parts on the ground. And then the portal goes away, and now you have less creatures, monster parts, and there might be another portal coming soon.
What if the creatures asexually reproduce when you feed them monster parts?
There you go.
Oh, you closed the loop right there.
Oh, creatures.
I'm totally thinking about those adipose from Doctor Who.
Oh, where's TARDIS Man in the chat? I have a guy whose nickname on here is TARDIS Man because he loves Doctor Who.
Oh man, I don't get the reference, Mark, because I haven't seen it. Could you maybe elaborate what you mean by that, or?
It's a whole episode.
Oh Jesus! All right. Well, either way, creatures explode. You take the creature parts and feed it to your children, and they spawn more children. Right.
Right.
Or you grab creatures and rub them together, and that spawns. Which one do we want to do?
Maybe that you have to rub them together after they've already been fed, because otherwise you could just be constantly rubbing them together to generate as many creatures as you want. So there has to be a limiter on how many.
Oh,
you can create.
Yeah, I think feed and then rub.
Feed and then rub. So you can only spawn a new creature if 2 of them have been fed.
So they get fed, and maybe there's a visual change. They go from cube to sphere, and that means they're ready to reproduce.
Oh man.
Or from sphere to cube, because the cube sides naturally rub together.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Perfect.
And
Are we making anybody uncomfortable? I want to throw that out there really quick.
Especially since we're getting a kid to voice these and we're insinuating sex. Oh my god.
Oh no!
My kids are no longer available for this.
And all of a sudden, our voice actors are not available.
Hey, I got 3 more if we need them.
We can
on YouTube.
We can honestly just get Jill to do the voices, and it would be adorable.
Wait.
I'm okay with this.
Jill, your voice is adorable.
Oh boy.
Wait. Say, did I do a good job?
Did I do a good job, Daddy?
Oh my god. Oh Lord. I'm going to hell. I'm going to shake that.
Oh man.
I wasn't uncomfortable before, but now.
Now it is.
Okay, we'll strike the daddy. How about Lord? We'll put Lord in.
Yeah, let's cut the daddy, please.
Am I helpful, master?
Oh, that doesn't
No,
hurt.
Or you just say like, I love you.
I love you. Please
wow.
love me. I
Now
got
it's
you
making
another beer, Daddy.
Oh no.
Hard pass. Calm down. I don't
Okay,
want-
we found our voice actor.
Wow.
I'm just gonna say hard on the dad. Let's go with Lord or Master or God or something.
Daddy sounds like a whole kink circle we don't want to get into.
I don't want this appealing to the wrong people.
Take out the daddy. My kids are back on.
Oh
Bye.
No, all right, no with dads. We're good. All right, hard no on the dad. So we shoot the creature explodes, and your buddies start to eat it. Do they naturally eat it, or do you have to feed it to them?
I think you have to feed it to them. Or maybe to avoid the sex stuff, because that's a little bit weird. I'm perfectly fine with going the whole 9 yards. I'm just saying, if anybody else isn't, we could just have it so you have to feed one a certain amount for them to reproduce.
What if you fed one, the monster part, and it just started getting bigger and bigger and bigger until it just popped into a whole bunch of small ones?
Oh, so like mitosis.
Fighting. Yeah.
Mitosis. Okay.
Like that.
Hard vote right now. Mitosis or sextosis?
That's meiosis, but yes.
Mitosis
Now, on the other side of it, rubbing the two creatures together would be fun.
Yes.
It would be very fun in VR.
Maybe we can make that as like an Easter egg thing where you can rub them together and stick them to various things on the wall.
Oh my gosh, because it has static electricity.
That's the one.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, so rubbing or feeding to blow up into multiples. Opinion?
I'm gonna vote for the rubbing, even though it's creepy. It's like it sounds funny. It sounds really funny.
Instead of rubbing, can you just kind of put them together?
To just smash them together and have them
because
blow up into
would take
3?
too long.
Well, that would be part of the time management challenge.
Right, but having to chase them down because they're going to be all over the place.
That's true, and you have to feed the right ones.
Wait, why do you have to feed the right ones? They have to be the square ones?
Yeah. Two of them that you have to put together. 2 of them that have been fed.
Now I just feel like we're stacking things.
Yeah, man, you gotta stack them.
It's like Tetris all over again.
I like Tetris.
So there's a lot of decisions that we have to make. So the first one is we agree that the creature will blow up and create parts that you have to feed to the dudes, right? So we agree to that. The question is, once the dudes are fully fed, creatures, blobs, whatever we want to call them, someone come up with a name, cute name. Once there 2 of them are ready to reproduce, do they explode? That's kind of fun and simple, and it just happens. Or do you? I kind of like grabbing them and rubbing them because it's funny, even though it's just a little weird. Rubbing them, we rub them together, and then it creates more of them. Is that cool? Are we cool with rubbing, or are we not?
Rubbing or smashing or
rub or smash?
Either or is fine.
Rub.
Smash.
Smashing the animation for smashing them seems hilarious too. So I'm open to both.
I think smashing would be easier. You just take the 2 things, do a hit test, and then explode 3 out if it's true.
Yeah,
that'd probably be easier on you guys.
Especially if you're getting invaded, because maybe a bunch of fat ones around, just because you might run out of blood, right? Because you're maybe maxed out on the amount of blood that you currently have, so you want to keep a couple fat ones nearby when more creatures come, and you can smash them together. And we
could have a mechanic where if you feed the 2 guys 2 of them, then it generates 2 babies.
Ooh.
So the more you feed them, the fatter they get, and the more babies they generate.
All right, I'm gonna say smash, unless somebody else. I just want
to. Those are all details we can figure out later. We just need the core
Smash sounds like
gameplay
it's gonna be easier on you guys.
Yeah, definitely.
So we smash them together to reproduce a new thing. So the loop is we're being attacked by flying creatures. We have to shoot them down, or not shoot them down, shoot them so they fly away. Our creatures are getting eaten, and we have to pick up the body parts that are left when the flying monsters die, feed the body parts to our creatures. The creatures get big and fat, and then once they're fat enough, we smash them together to make more creatures, while at the same time fending off flying monsters that keep spawning in portals. It gets harder because more portals spawn. We have to shoot more of them, while at the same time trying to reproduce enough of a society to keep them around.
This is weird as hell.
This is going to get very frantic in the later levels.
I love it because
It
it
will get
stacks.
stupidly frantic, like 3 portals at once, flying creatures, and you have a bunch of fat ones and little ones. You have to smash them together. And
Okay, so
This sounds so fun.
I just think that you're going to
so
end up
excited.
just throwing these little creatures at each other just so you can keep up.
It'll eventually be a pretty good workout, I think. But I think okay. I guess very bare bones, basic, absolute must get done start is you have slimes, monsters spawn and take them. That's step 1.
Yeah.
Step 2 is add in the monsters blow up and the reproduction functionality.
What was so? You repeat that one more time.
Absolute bare bones must get done. Period. If we're gonna have a product at all, is you have the slimes near you, and you have the monsters that come try to steal them, and you can shoot the monsters by sacrificing your kids.
So definitely, the number one thing we're definitely gonna have like the little gun where we stick them and they just shrink.
Yeah.
Done. Cool.
Then we have to figure out the punishment for them taking one, because you sacrificing one and the monster taking one has the exact same end result.
I wouldn't say he takes 1. I'd say he takes 3. Takes a bunch.
He takes 1 for each available claw, and so like you can actually shoot their claws, first.
That gets complicated.
Well, maybe we can have like size variations. So like you'll have like little ones that'll only take 1 or 2, and then you have the big ones that'll take like 5
per hand.
So what you could do is you could have like a amount of loss that you can take. So like they take them to the portal, whatever that is. If they take 3 to the portal, you lose.
Oh.
I like that.
Yeah,
Simple.
yeah. If no, I thought the lose condition was if you run out.
I mean, we can have multiple lose conditions.
I like the 1 lose condition because that's the whole point of managing, reproduction versus sacrifice.
You have to figure out how to balance that. That's the tricky part.
Having multiple lose conditions?
No, balancing. I mean, the lose condition of them taking a specific amount. That's an easy cop out, I think.
Yeah.
But managing, because you sacrificing one, maybe sacrificing one fills the tank enough to kill multiple monsters.
Yeah. That's always something we can play with.
Yeah. I think we just need to get the mechanics in place first, and then we can play with it.
Yeah.
And maybe if he brings one back, that opens more portals or something.
Nice.
I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. But let's just get working, I guess.
If he leaves and if he brings one back, not only are you losing the 1, but you're also losing out on the food, as if you were to kill it.
Oh yeah, you can't reproduce anymore.
Right. So that's actually the double punishment right there.
That's true.
I can reboot. I'll be right back.
That's true. You have a point. Okay, we're good, I guess. We'll figure it out. If it doesn't work as a game, we'll figure that out later, and it'll be a glorious, fun mess. That's what game jams are supposed to be. Like, after we made our game last year, I realized you could just break 1 line of ice and then hope that the villagers don't go that way.
Yeah.
So it was actually really easy. But yeah, it's just the stuff you figure out as you go. And this is a very basic prototype of what could be something.
This sounds like so much fun. I honestly want to get a VR headset to play it.
I can't wait to get it on my VR headset.
Curse you.
By the way, actually, no, Simon's not here. Never mind. If anybody was curious, Zen does work on an Oculus Rift.
Oh, I tried it on the Oculus as well.
All right. I have made some cute designs for the.
Oh, I'll stop sharing.
No, it's all right.
And then let me change back to that model.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I thought they'd be like super demonic and stuff. No, this is better.
This, yes, yes,
Everything I wanted it to be.
yes.
That could be done.
Exactly
Oh,
what
that's
I
cute.
imagined.
That's adorable. Yes.
It's like not only are the little things adorable, like the big things are like adorable as well.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
Or
Everything's
maybe
adorable.
maybe the monster comes out of the portal and sucks them into his mouth to eat them, and if you don't deal with him, then he just keeps sucking them.
It's
Oh,
Like a goal man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we call this game Double Entendre?
give it a proboscis. I don't know how you can make something with a proboscis cute.
No, I love this design though. That's adorable. Yeah, I like the idea of them sucking them in because that would be a lot easier than them interacting physically with them.
Yep, that's pretty sweet.
And they're also going to be slower because of the added weight.
Oh, that's true too.
Oh, and size. So
Yeah, the more they eat, the bigger they get, so they become an easier target to shoot if you miss the first time.
I like what you're putting down, man.
And this again is all stuff we can just play with once we have the main core mechanics working.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's okay. Did anybody write any of this down?
I got as much as I could. Y'all were going.
Here, I'm gonna open up the Google Docs. I need to find it. Sacrifices must be
Let's
made.
get our thoughts.
Let's go page 2.
down.
Dave.
I've got
Oh.
quite a bit. Oh wait, what? What is David?
Here, I'm just gonna write stuff on a new page. 1. You have a herd of magical shape children. 2. Monsters want your magical shape children. 3. You must monsters can only be killed by child blood. 4. Or maybe I don't know. I'm just thinking outside the box. I'm thinking the stupid stuff. Never mind. Monsters can only be killed by child blood. You must sacrifice your children into your blood super soaker to kill monsters. You must
Can't say
use
super soakers.
monster parts to reproduce your children by feeding, then smashing them together. I think that's clear enough.
This is gonna be such an awesome game.
This is so weird.
I'm so excited. I'm sorry I had to take a quick break there, but this is amazing.
Is that a pretty clear list of everything that needs to happen?
I think so. What I'd like to do is break it up into assignments, but I think so.
And you must sacrifice your children into your blood super soaker to kill monsters by literally smashing the spike into your children's foreheads while they make cute quips.
Oh man.
Cute.
I love you.
Thank you, Lord. This is the best day of my life.
Oh Jesus!
I was made for this.
You have honored my family.
Oh my god, Jill, why are you not a voice actor?
She is the internal voice actor for a lot of our stuff, so.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And she's going to be the voice actor for this game, which we can't use Shmooshkins because there's a real thing that is very close to that. So we got to find a name.
Sex Bobbles.
Yes. Sex bobbles.
Done in one.
Boom.
Oh my god, those are so cute, Jill.
Bobble Blast. Is that a thing? Bobble Blast?
Probably,
Bubble
yeah.
Blast? Maybe.
We can be brainstorming names throughout the whole process. Don't worry about it yet.
No.
Little bloblets.
We could call it Family Game Night.
Bloblet. I like it.
Bloblets.
Bloblet
It's like a
Blaster.
droplet, but a drop
Yeah.
bloblet.
Blah.
I
Oh,
like
man.
it. Bloblet Blaster.
If you Google Boblet Blaster, the second image that comes up on Google is butt workouts for women. You sharing your screen. 2 seconds.
Oh, beautiful.
Just
Let's get that copyright strike.
look at that.
Yeah.
Family friendly violet. No, I'm kidding. Oh, people are coming up with names in the chat too.
Aw.
We've got Blobber Beasts. Oh, what's up, the legends? Sam, Ryben, 2 Jack. I'm so bad at names. Oh, Jelly Nation.
It's okay.
So I'm a fan right now.
Oh, JP Dawson says it sounds like Tinder. Swipe left to rub and right to smash.
That's awesome.
Oh, I'm so glad we're streaming this. This is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is gonna be really cool to have the entire creative process archived.
Yeah. When we're sued.
When Super Soaker comes for their rightful claim to our game.
Oh shoot, we can't call it a Super Soaker. We have to call it a Bloblet Blaster.
Yeah,
Like,
Chris,
Sucker soaker.
destroy the footage. Destroy it. Destroy it.
No, call it a sucker soaker.
Wait, since we're like the shepherd and this is our flock, can we call the gun the shepherd?
Whoa.
I like that.
Wow.
You monster. I love it.
All right.
Well, would it be a shepherd though? Because shepherd is for sheep. So
Jelly Nation's
therefore,
a good one.
would it be a blob herd?
Leopard.
I just think the shepherd sounds like a cool weapon name.
It does.
It's shepherd.
No, okay, these creatures are adorable as hell. David, we're gonna have to get some people to make some really cute animations for them.
So, are we okay with the mechanics here? Can I think about assignments and roles?
Yeah, I guess I'm handling most of the logic, right?
Yeah.
Unreal.
I'm still hamstrung. But I'm coming.
So, Kostas, I know you're like a particles guy.
Oh yeah.
You want to handle particles?
If you want to do the monster spawning particles and maybe some particle effects for when you smash them together.
Oh, that'd be sick.
And particle effects for the projectile from the gun, maybe.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Jill Blue is clearly concepts and voice.
Okay.
But
I really like. Oh, another good reference for water guns would be like from Splatoon as well.
Yeah, because that's basically where they got their designs for
that's true.
guns.
Yeah. These look really good. I like the one with the dual circles on it.
Yeah.
So,
cool.
quick question on this. These guns, are they gonna shoot like a liquid,
Ooh, would they?
or are they gonna shoot like a pew pew kind
I
of
think they
thing?
would have to shoot a liquid, but like
We want it to be a very clear
Wanda.
projectile, but maybe it could look sort of
What
kind
about-
of like a liquid spray.
Like a liquid.
What
blob.
about like just a thin little string? Like it looks like it could be a liquid, but it's making the noise that came out of the water blaster from Mario.
Sunshine?
Sunshine, yeah.
I think
It makes the kind of little noise.
We're gonna want an individual. I don't think we want like a continuous stream because that's more difficult to deal with. We want We want a projectile of some sort, but the projectile could look like it's a trailing liquid blast, sort of.
Yeah, we just have to make it look like a droplet, which is basically what these guys are.
Or we could just have little tiny little guys launch out, and they're just screaming like I regret nothing.
Let me bring up my Instagram.
Okay.
Why are we bringing up Instagram?
I was gonna bring up my Instagram to show the blood particle effects from Punch Bomb.
Nice.
Just blood particle effects and plunge bam.
Plunge bomb.
There. There's your ammo.
Yeah. I regret nothing.
Okay, I apologize in advance for this.
Yeah.
But, like that kind of thing, but more condensed.
Share your screen.
Oh shoot.
God.
Oh yeah, it's showing up. It's showing up on my stream on YouTube.
Oh, I can spotlight video. There you go.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
So that kind of liquid effect. It's really cartoony, but it still has like a burst liquid sort of feel.
Yes.
That is great.
Minus the feet.
Minus the feet.
I love the lean in there. By the way, guys.
I also have I can't call them shake weights because I don't want to get sued, but
Flappy bills.
Yeah.
yeah, fun stuff. Oh,
Shake.
this was our last year's interview for anybody interested.
Whenever I hear shake weight, I just think of behold my stuff.
This is where we began, guys. This was 48 hours too, I think, right?
Yeah, I think this one was shorter than Ludum Dare.
Yeah. No, this was also 3 days. This is also 3 days.
started on like Thursday or Friday or something, and then it went till like Sunday.
I'm gonna keep calling out people's names really quick. Tatiana,
What's up?
do you want to model these things?
Yeah, give me the things to model. I'll model all the things.
Tatiana, do you have time to model them tonight or tomorrow?
I'm free all day tomorrow.
Oh no, David, what's going on?
Oh no!
Well, wait, let me take an Instagram photo.
We're
Sorry,
in the Matrix now.
Wait, what's going on? How do I stop this?
Oh no!
Oh, that's right. My I forgot I had my video on. That's what. That's.
That's actually me. I forgot that I had. Jill, just share. It's all you, Jill. If you don't share, humanity loses.
Yeah.
Oh no!
To the robots, which are next game.
All right, Tatiana models.
Yeah, I'm free.
We'll do stand-ins for now. I see 2 rigging artists here, but we're gonna have to rig these like really fast.
Wait, can I do the hands and just so I can rig those properly for Unreal and stuff? Can I do the hands and the gun?
Yeah. I'm gonna say creature models.
Yeah.
Tatiana, and then hands and guns.
Because if I go ahead and do the hands and guns tonight, I can get functionality working for that really fast.
Yeah, no, done. We'll talk about sync in a second.
Plus, I want to model stuff just because that's more interesting than watching Blueprint on my stream.
We have to rig these fast. I was kind of thinking I could just crank them out through just really crappy fast rigs. But Ileana, if you have time, I don't want to not include you, but I don't know how much time you have over the weekend.
He's dead.
Oh, dead.
She's dead.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. She can use some of them.
So I could have you maybe do like the flying creature, since that'd be pretty quick. So rigging. Juan, you're not here because you're like a fugitive right now, right? Or are you available to rig?
No.
No rigging?
No, nothing.
Okay.
He's here for moral support.
Okay. So I'll have you rig the flying monsters, and then I'll rig the little guys. So that way I can just kind of crank them out with Chris back and forth, because I imagine we're gonna have to iterate on those a lot to get them to feel right. And then the flying creatures will be good. Costas on some particles. Andrew, I'm gonna just say you're an animator without even asking you. Andrew, you also have like you're sick and you have like Italian to take, don't you?
Oh, I'm not that sick anymore, but it ends tomorrow.
Oh, so tomorrow evening you could animate conceivably.
Oh yeah, and I can also do some light modeling, but take it with a grain of salt.
Mark with a C. I know Chris Foley is going to make the guns, but do you want to make body parts, Mark with a C?
Sure. What kind of body parts? Like creature body parts?
Yeah. I
need to know what the creatures look like, or are the creatures going to explode into just some kind of material instead of having an actual body part?
You ever play Quake? Quake Gibbs?
Quake what?
Quake 2 Gibbs. Just Google gibbing, perhaps.
Oh, no, I know what the little piles of mush.
Yeah, and based off the creatures that Jill has, but yeah, piles of mush, basically.
Okay. That's easy. I mean, I'm available to do whatever. I mean, my family knows that, I'll be in and out, but I'll, for the first few hours tomorrow, I know that we're going to be just modeling. So I have no problems doing some of that stuff.
Okay. Tatiana, do you want to tackle all the creatures, the little dudes, and the flying thing?
I think it would be fine, but if other people want to model, I don't need to do all of them.
How about you make the little dude, and maybe Mark with the C, you make the Gibbs, and then tomorrow afternoon we can see where we're at with all the assets. And maybe if Tatiana needs more time to make more creatures, because we have to make we have to make them fat, we have to make the non-fat one. We can kind of make a gut call tomorrow. Who does the creature?
Okay.
That's fine, but I mean, my Gibbs aren't going to take very long, and it would probably be easier for me to make creature parts if I already made the creatures.
All right, creature is yours then.
Okay,
I'm going to call. To be specific, I'm going to call it monster body parts, and then stir, and then Tatiana, I'm gonna call. Should we call them creatures or buddies? I'm just gonna call them buddies for right now.
That's a good guess. Do we want to model like make the faces geometry, or do we just want to use textures to do the faces?
I don't know. How could we change? Do we even want to change the faces, or should Chris? What do you think?
I think we want to animate the monster faces so they can suck in the little creatures.
So we
Make
do
them
want geometry.
Yeah, make them geometry because I can do all sorts of crap with that.
If we could get some relatively clean like mouth and eye loops, that would be good.
Yeah.
I'll do it again.
Maybe.
Got you.
Cool. In terms of in terms of shading and art style, I really like Jill's. Oh, go ahead, Chris.
I was just gonna say, in terms of geometric detail, Unreal can handle a lot as long as the geometry has like a simpler collision box, which is fine.
Yep.
Oh.
Like, any graphics card that can run VR can spit out polygons like nobody's business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
They shouldn't have to be
polygons
active,
are less
but-
expensive than textures at this point.
Okay.
No, that's what I was going to get to, like textures. Can you go back to creature real quick, Miss Blue?
Yeah,
I
when
would
you
say-
creature, are you talking about the monster or the
I'm
buddy?
sorry. Yeah, my bad, buddy. This is a buddy.
Okay. Bloblet buddy.
Bloblet,
buddy.
Blobby.
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 Blobby. We'll call him Blobby for now. I don't know if it's copywritten, but whatever. In terms of style and look, how close can we get to this? Like bright, happy stuff, right?
It better be spot on or you're fired.
Oh no!
It looks easy.
I'm picturing like really adorable rounded edges on the cube though.
That's
Yeah,
and, and the limbs need to be modeled in. They can't just be intersecting geometry just for whoever's doing it.
Okay.
Because that'll add to like the squishy feel of them.
Start writing shit down. Hang on.
Wait, are we going with this cube or are we going with this one?
Both. The cube is after they've been fed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they start as little blobs, and then you feed them, and they turn into a cube. And you
Okay.
stick together. Can you open this link? I'm going to put it in Zoom chatting.
Okay.
You open that because I want it like actually literally in Unreal. Job simulator look.
I think our materials can look softer, like the Mario Galaxy one that I linked earlier.
Yeah,
Oh.
or even Slime Rancher, I think.
You want to pull one of those up?
Like I'm gonna ding my Mario Galaxy image again.
Yeah, open that one in Slime Rancher.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can do stuff like that with the shaders.
Yeah, it's just for now.
So we don't need to UV anything. We can just.
We're
Or
gonna
is it
wanna-
case by case?
We're gonna just case by case. Like the squirt gun, that's gonna need to be UV'd, but
Yeah,
I'll handle that.
definitely.
Okay. Maybe I guess we want the insides of the mouths to be different, and I don't know.
Yeah, I might want to UV just for different color masks, even
Yeah.
if that.
Okay.
'Cause we don't want multiple material assignments per creature because that just gets expensive on CPU.
Okay.
You can you? Okay, I see the Mario image too. All right, so can you post up the image of Slime Rancher? Just pick one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put them all into the doc.
Okie dokie. Trying to find a good one. Here it is.
Oh, the legend. Sam says you should make different blasters you unlock at different stages. Since we only have 72 hours, that's like a stretch goal at this point. But if we decide to take the project further, that would definitely be in the thought process.
Okay, so art direction. Andrew, Ileana, Juan, Mark with a C. You're on Monster, Monster and Monster Body Parts. Ileana, you rig the monster tomorrow. Andrew animating in the evening. Tatiana.
Are you all for the hands? Are you all cool with like? I'm picturing like. Can I draw for a second? I guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
Oh, just want to throw ideas out there. I'm picturing like sort of like this is the hand. You would have individual fingers, but they'd be sort of like boxy hands with rounded corners.
This is a VR person's hands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would, but it would have like beveled edges, so it matches the softness of the creatures, but it would be like boxy shape, so it's more cartoony.
Yeah, so kind of like the reference that David was showing earlier, except softer.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you're making that, right? Because you need it for the physics and crap, right?
Yeah, and I have to rig it properly so I can do all the logic with it in Unreal. That's gonna be the most complicated part.
Okay. Kate.
Yeah.
I don't want to ask you or pick on you, but I will. But I'm just afraid you're already overworked. But what do you want to do something, or do you want to just hang out and make sure we're getting things done?
Let's say, do you need help getting all these tasks set up? I mean, I don't know what I could do.
We always need someone to make sure the tasks are made. Task and folders.
That's gonna be that's the fun part.
I can help you do some of that stuff too.
All right. Yeah, I'll need to restart my computer before we start that.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm down to get that set up for you guys and be for moral support or
Oh man.
I don't know. I'll paint something.
Yeah.
I'm
we need a background. Kate, I need you to design the landscape. Who's going to make the landscape? We need you to design it. Maybe Tatiana could model it.
Yeah, and we could even keep it really simple. I'm picturing like maybe have a couple like really happy, like we want our little landmass to be like a paradise with the contrast of the monster portals and shit spawning behind it.
Yeah.
So maybe have like really cute. It could even be like a set. Like have you played the new Duck Hunt game for a VR? That's actually a horror game.
I know of it, and I've seen some images of it.
Can you look up some video of it?
I love that game, by the way.
I'm Googling it right now.
It's so creepy. I couldn't play through the whole thing. I got too scared. Now get to a point in the game where it's in the Duck Hunt universe. Oh shoot, oh man. So there are parts of it that are like cardboard cutouts. I was picturing like in the back, like for our environment, it could be like cardboard cutouts of like exaggerated grass, cool drawings and stuff.
Oh, that'd be cute. So it'd be kind of like Yoshi's Woolly World, where it's like super crafty and
It'd be kind of like a play set.
Yeah.
Because that way we don't have to model tons of elaborate things. We just have to draw them in Photoshop and
this
extruded.
Yeah, like this.
Kind of, except more like God, what was I picturing? Let me see if I can find. Shoot.
I think we hear what you're saying, but yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like cardboard cutout set pieces.
Remember the old beans and peas idea? Kind of like I think we thought about that even too. Gosh, I know I've seen commercials like this too.
I know what I can find. I have a video.
Are you talking about like the mobile game for Duck Hunter? Because that one looks really nice.
I thought it was in the VR Duck Hunt that she brought up first, but I was wrong. I remembered it incorrectly.
I was thinking about this isn't totally accurate, but
I'm gonna ding an unlisted video of mine where we had a similar art style to what I'm picturing.
I know we can make fun of this commercial, but it's actually really cute. That's not necessarily flat style.
Found it.
You want to share your screen?
I'll just ding the video, or I can share my screen. That's fine too. Let me get to the YouTube page of this. And remember, I was in high school when I made this, so no judging.
Oh, was it edgy?
All the judging.
I'm definitely judging.
Okay, let me share my screen.
Please, nobody rush at him all at once.
Oh my God, the aspect ratio is even bad because I was in high school.
Oh no!
No, it's like.
Forward to this.
Okay, so we've got. I'll share main screen. Oh. So we got like cardboard cutout scenery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that kind of thing. And look at my ugly character and how much his belly jiggles.
Dude, there's so much going on. That's awesome.
Yeah, we got but I'm picturing like cardboard cutout set pieces, except more beautiful. I couldn't really tell back then. But you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Kate, can you design this?
Sure.
Oh my God, that character is so ugly. I was so proud of that at the time.
I mean, at least you're doing it. Seems like
Yeah. I was still trying to figure out where my feet were in high school. So.
Oh. Also, Kate, if you need help, just let me know, just because I know this is quite of a rush.
Are you kidding me? I discovered clipping layers. I am the happiest human being right now.
What? Man, you're
Hey,
like
I'm a
so
noob.
different.
Leave me alone, man. I'm a noob.
No, I'm just so happy for you. Like from this day forward, your
Life
life is different.
Yes.
I want you to know that I have forever immortalized this photo from Chris's thing.
Oh, you bastard!
You
You just need it for reference. It'll expire.
Oh, yeah. Sam in the chat had a good example too, like Little Big Planet.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you're right.
How did we forget about that game?
That was such a good game.
Whatever happened? Did they ever make Fall?
They're making a new one, I think.
They made they had a 2. I have 2 on PS4.
Yeah, there was up to 3, wasn't there?
It looks like it, based on the Little Big Planet 3 image.
Love the first ones.
Oh, 4? What?
Oh, fan made.
Keyword is fan made.
What? How did Sony not like super capitalize on this and get like 700 more of these games?
The first one was all anybody was talking about when it came out. Yeah, exactly like those cardboard kind of set pieces is what I was picturing. Because
these are so cute.
Because it's so easy to make. You just draw something and then put it on an extruded plane.
Yeah.
In its general shape.
All right.
We would need we would need a couple different grass pieces that we could scatter around, and then we'd need like maybe some cute trees with hearts on them to make our our little paradise.
The leaves are all heart shaped. That's so cute.
That's awesome.
I just want you all to know that if we fall in love with this game and it turns out to be really good, we got to finish it. We have a Steam account now, and we will release it. I'm just saying, like.
Oh my god! Why just close that image? Oh my god! I thought I was like fucking Pixar worthy when I made that.
Well, I mean, let's compare that to like Toy Story 1. Actually, no. What am I saying? Tin Toy. Because I feel like you're in Tin Toy. Yeah.
You were in Tin Toy territory.
Yeah, look at this. Oops, sorry. Look at this. You're basically Tin Toy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would be proud because you made Tin Toy by yourself, whereas Pixar had to spend billions of dollars. Really? So, they should have. And then we wouldn't be doing a game jam, and this would be a sad night. All right.
And I don't know, who knows, maybe Fortnite wouldn't even exist.
That's
like,
true.
You change one thing in the past, and everything changes.
Oh, God.
Somehow I think we'd all still be here, though, because Chris would have gone to SIGGRAPH, he would have been drunk and bowling, and I would have been like, hey, you want to be an animator? And he'd be like, I guess. Actually, nothing would have changed. All right. We have a game loop. We have some assignments to make. I can show sync and stuff really quick to everybody. I don't mind screen sharing it too for the share. Do we have any specific things that we want to talk about before I get into a little bit of nitty gritty on assignments and stuff? Are we all right?
Maybe I need the concepts because I'm gonna just start right now. Wow.
Jill's your lady. You guys can trade it on Slack for right now, and we'll get you proper places soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get the hands and squirt guns knocked out tonight, and then I guess I'll do the logic and all that stuff tomorrow. But
I'm actually going to be working on the creature, but I have to submit a resume tonight before the end of the night. So
yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I'm putting together my demo right now, and I already told Santiago it might not be right at 12 o'clock, but I'll get it there.
Wait, what?
We can't talk about it in the chat because we're streaming. All right. So I don't mind if people watch this on the stream, but there is a project. Where's Sync? There is a project already set up called Ludum Dare 43. You know what? Let's just be safe. If you haven't downloaded the latest software, oops, that's the wrong link. Sync software. I'm just going to link this in Ludum Dare channel. You want the ones on the left. Honestly, the Windows one over here is the best. If you have a really old computer, maybe this one. If you're on a Mac, it's this one here. I've never tried Linux. I don't know if it'll work. I think it will because Juan uses it. So when you launch Sync, if you've already had projects before, you might see a whole list of them. I'm trying to cleverly not show all of them very quickly. There we are. So look for Ludum Dare 43. And this next part is actually going to be kind of important. So it'll pop up into settings. And here, especially Chris Folia, I want you to type out Unreal folder structure. There's certain folders that we can't upload. And we shouldn't upload, or we're going to be stuck in uploading hell.
Like material cache and stuff, right?
Yeah. Intermediate and saved. So we got to click on add. I hope I spelled intermediate right. I'm tired.
We'll go over that. Can we go over this tomorrow, David? Because I'm out of it right now.
That's okay. I'll take
continue going over it and stuff, but I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow with questions.
Cool. So that's really it, and then everybody else sync is going to be the same.
Wait, so we're gonna sync the entire UE4 project?
Yeah, just save it in there.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
Woo! I need to be added to Ludum Dare.
I will. Yeah, I'll handle all the logistics here in a second.
Sick.
Holy cow! Do we want to set a time to hang out tomorrow?
Whenever I wake up.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go as long as I can tonight, and then go tomorrow.
I'll make assignments and ding them out, and then I will be on Zoom, and when I wake up, I'll be in Zoom too. And then I know some people are out, like we have a Christmas thing that me and my wife have to go to, so I'll be out for the late evening, but I'll be back later. But hopefully everything's good by then. And then Sunday, of course, we're all in here. Whew. Guys, this is going to be amazing. This is so exciting. I'm so excited for this.
I'm so terrified I'm not going to hit level 100 in Fortnite.
I'll play Fortnite for you. I'll play Fortnite for you. And
that's against the EULA.
Why? I'm playing for you.
The ULA.
Well, fine. You just launch Fortnite on another machine. I'll team viewer into that machine and play for you.
All of this is incriminating evidence right now.
PUBG. Sorry, we were talking about PUBG.
Oh, don't tell Michael.
Cool. We got 3 days. Let's do it. I guess I'll just hang out in Zoom while I work on stuff.
Yeah, if you guys want to stay in here. If not, have a good night. I'm going to start making out folders.
Oh, I thought you were just going to end your sentence there.
No.
I'm gonna be right back, guys. I'm gonna restart my computer because something's happening stupid. Be right back. Thank you.
No worries.
If we can pull off something that even resembles the idea we came up with, we are gods in 72 hours.
That'd be pretty cool.
True.
I mean, it doesn't seem like so bad because we've got a lot of manpower on this.
The logic behind it is going to be more complicated than last year for sure.
I'm going to try to make sure you do. It's a little non-logic stuff because I want like the sprite sheet thing. Let me do that.
Okay.
Oh yeah. David, can you send the particle effect stuff as well?
Yeah. Let me get my Trello sentence up.
I'm also hella fast at Unreal.
Whew.
And Kostas, I know I just picked you for particles and stuff, but if there's more you want to do, please.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm probably like just one step at a time. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
I'm actually going to add you to particles right now.
Yeah, so I'll crank through those particles. We'll review and then move on or whatever. Sound good?
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, because I can like I'm a generalist, so I can do most of the things.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Man, nice. This is
Bash me wherever you need me.
Kostas. Actually, you're already here. So, do you know how to sync to a folder directly?
Let's get started.
It's been a while.
Open up, download the new version of Sync for me, and then I'll tell you what to do.
All right, I have downloaded it.
All right. Two
There's
seconds.
a person back.
Okay. Kostas, I'll be right back. 2 minutes.
Sounds good.
I guess I'll hop in and get started. I think maybe I'll cut off the stream and then restart the stream back up just so I have it in shorter increments, rather than a whole 72-hour stream where several hours of it are just me going.
Oh, Oh man. Oh yeah. People should sleep.
Oh yeah, it's important. Definitely.
Yeah. Because
Oh my god, I did a 24-hour Fortnite stream for season 6 when that launched, and that almost killed me.
Oh man.
It was rough.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna go to bed.
I'm gonna go to bed a little bit later. I want to try to get the guns at least like blocked out.
Yeah, I'm trying to get all my stuff at least in like sculpted, and then I'll do all the retopology in the morning. So that
Yeah.
I have time.
Don't worry about perfection. Just like get something out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like
it has to be perfect.
every pixel must be beautiful.
I gotta make sure my edge loops are straight. I don't know.
Wait, if they're straight, then they're not loops.
Right. I mean straight in a pejorative way.
Oh man.
Wait, Kostas, Ludum Dare, anybody will be able to download that like right after we submit, right?
Yeah. I think
Okay.
technically what we're doing is open source? Question mark?
No, that's specifically to the original Ludum Dare, which I think is called the what's it called?
Oh, the compo. Yeah.
Yeah. So that one you have to do by yourself, and that's open source and stuff. The Jam, which is the more fun, do it with your friends, do whatever you want kind of thing. That's not necessarily open source. We can make it open source if we want to. I really don't care.
I kind of want to put it up on the Steam as early access and just shits and giggles, see what happens.
Not early access, finished product.
Well,
but people have to be able to play it to vote on it on Ludum Dare. We'd have to add stuff if we added it on Steam.
Yeah.
I just kind of want to put it on Steam afterwards and see
You can
what
put
happens.
it on Steam for free.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Put it on for free, see if people like it. And if people do, then we can keep going.
And we make blah 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 blah. What is it? Blobble Blaster.
Blobble Blaster 2, the blobbening.
Vomiting. Also, David, I'm back.
Electric Boogaloo. Electric Blobbaloo.
So, Kate, why don't you?
Blah, 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 blah.
Blobby blue blue blah blah blah. I love you.
I love you.
I just can't wait to have Jill do those voices. That's hilarious.
Is this good enough for you, Dan?
I
hate you, Dan.
I brought you a beer.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Sam, you're not. It should be free to play on the Ludum Dare site. You don't have to be a beta tester. It'll be up like Monday or Tuesday. Assuming we actually get something working.
We're totally gonna get it done. It's gonna be great. We got this.
I'm just gonna work straight off of Jill's concepts for the squirt gun.
Post them up anywhere?
She sent it to me directly on Slack.
Can we Tiana get those too?
Yeah, I did.
For flying dudes?
Oh yeah, we ask her for flying dudes concepts? Actually, maybe we'll just tag her. Maybe Kate, can you tag Jill to post the artwork in Ludum Dare channel?
Yeah.
Thank you.
She already sent me the flying creature in a chat in Ludum Dare.
Oh, post them all in the Ludum Dare channel just so we have them. So when me and Kate are.
I had a quick question for anybody who wants to answer, but is it okay to have copywritten dialogue in a demo reel?
Yeah, you're not selling it. You're just it's trying to be educational. You're not selling it. You're not trying to fool people to think that you've made that thing. Yeah.
Because I did a lip sync demo and it actually came out really good, and so I just wanted to include the audio as well.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah, cool. That's not a.
Yes, I actually can animate.
I believe it. Also, I think it's kind of awesome that you and your student, the master and the apprentice.
Oh, did you know you can just drag images straight into Blender? I didn't know you could do that.
Hey, Chris, was it day or night?
For what?
Night.
Night. Okay.
Wait, what?
Oh, for Ludum Dare.
Oh yeah, Monday night is when it's due.
Oh no. The scene.
Oh, it's it's like a weird space zone. It's not day or night.
Oh.
Like we're in happy little farmland, and then the background is like stars and portals, and it's like a big contrast to the happiness.
right.
Boy.
Okay, Kostas, I'm getting your thing up now.
Sweet. Chris, ding, this might be helpful later. These are two functions, or one of them's a function and one of them's a component that you can use to chuck floating dudes at things.
Oh. I'll look into that. I was going to use like lerps and stuff.
A Google foo.
I'll
keep track of any asset that we download or anything. We gotta make a note of that.
I might take a Fortnite break right now because I just got invited to play with some friends.
Why don't you do that while we set stuff up?
All right, I'll be okay, guys. I'm gonna close the stream down for a bit. I'll be back up as soon as I start working on anything. I guess. Hey, let me see if they're still available.
Kostas, I just DM'd you how to add the folder with all of the 2D assets.
Or my hero.
Please note you have to be in the Theory Add-ons 2018 project. If you hit projects on the top left, you'll see Theory Add-ons. And you know what? I'm going to actually make your life even easier. I'm just going to add you, so 2 seconds.
In terms of sound effects, we can get a lot of them from Digital Juice, which is my open source, not open source, my royalty-free sound effects library that I subscribe to.
Digital Juice.
Also, YouTube has free sound effects and music as well. You just have to kind of give them credit at the end of your whatever.
Yeah, and freesound whatever.
I do use Freesound quite a bit.
Freesound is great, but you have to be careful about the Creative Commons licenses for attribution and stuff.
Yep.
With Digital Juice, since I pay for it, I don't have to credit anybody.
Kostas, if you go to the Theory Add-ons 2018 project and you just refresh, that will sync everything down for you.
Okay.
And when Chris brings down the stream, I can also verify that.
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna close the stream down for now. We'll be back very soon, working on actual 3D art and stuff. I guess that concludes the first part of Ludum Dare 43. We got a good concept for a game. We have some concept art. We're ready to get rocking and rolling on some. I'm sorry, Nightbot timed you out, Sam. What a jerk. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I need to turn Nightbot off. Anyway, yeah. So next step is just going to be to get rocking and rolling on some art. I'm going to take a quick break to level up in Fortnite, but I'll be back very soon, and probably tonight if I don't go too late with Fortnite.
Oh, David, where's the Google Doc?